Technicality. Okay, so this will be the third episode of Game Talks.
Oh, we started.
And it'll upload on today, Thursday. This is like a special one for E3, so we're not putting it in the backlog.
Yep.
Also, just getting this out of the way now, no longer will our episodes be available to stream or download on SoundCloud because there's some minute requirement thing. And we met that thing really quickly. So
Thank you.
we're just going to do some sort of... I know Google Chrome has like a way you can just like listen to MP3s through it, and then you can also download it. So for those of you that know what I'm talking about, you'll know. But it'll just be a link that you can click in the description, and you'll at least be able to download the MP3. Yeah, this is our special E3 one. We have another guest on here who's been on a lot at this point.
A lot.
Once.
We've had
Ennis.
once.
Oh yeah, you weren't
He
on.
wasn't here for the couch.
So Ennis now tied with Christian or Kron for most visitations.
Visitations.
Most I don't know. I didn't even know what you're supposed to call
Coming
it.
to the clinic.
Yeah.
Guest appearances.
Yeah, guest appearances. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Alright.
Kron's going on the next two. You're not going on any. There was supposed to be one other person here today, folk by the name of Christian, not Kron, different Christian. He wanted to talk about how he's excited for Assassin's Creed. None of us are, though, so we won't really talk about it. But first, we're going to talk about the Bethesda conference. So we have a big list with like all the things that were announced at the conferences. So by the way, this will be mostly talking about the conferences. Since obviously the E3 game like demos and stuff like that are still going on. But this is more, that takes a lot longer to look at all of them and come to conclusions about them.
Yeah.
So that'll be probably next week or something like that. And this is more just like what companies did well at E3 here and which ones did well awfully. And speaking of awful ones, Bethesda did really bad.
Yeah.
They had so they had some things going for them.
No,
Not a lot.
One,
Not a
maybe two.
Wolfenstein 2 and
here's the thing.
Evil Within 2.
It took them. I wrote this down. The first new game in the whole press conference was talked about after 22 minutes, and it was a sequel in a series. There were no new IPs.
Yep.
There were no new IPs. There were only 2 new games. Right?
Wait, can we talk about the fact that they're selling Skyrim again?
They're
Oh, yeah.
they're not even working on Elder Scrolls 6. This is insane. It's getting to the point where so it's third on the list of like Bethesda Studios priorities, which is crazy to me. Why wouldn't you make another fucking Elder Scrolls game? Sorry.
So they can
It would sell fucking, but there's no point in milking this anymore. No one cares. You're just gonna set your next one out.
Well,
Next one up for failure.
From my impression from Bethesda's E3 conference is that they really like jerking themselves off, which is what they did the whole time.
Yeah, they
The guy
literally
came out, jerked off Bethesda. Then they had this Bethesda Land thing, which they said, Bethesda is a really great game company. Here's Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
And
They literally started off like talking about like what Bethesda games have you been playing lately? And it's just like relax.
I
You know?
played Doom.
Yeah, I don't know. I played Doom.
A little bit.
Wolfenstein's good.
I haven't played
Skyrim, but I'm not comfortable with saying Skyrim near them anymore.
Yeah,
'Cause I feel
like,
it's just
Skyrim?
oh, you want another?
You want
another
you
one?
want another version?
You want Skyrim on your mobile phone?
No.
Is that what I
You want to
need?
play Skyrim on your iPod Shuffle?
$50? Okay. You're the boss.
It's a nightmare. I mean, I understand Skyrim for Switch, but I'm pretty sure Skyrim VR is a thing.
Is it? Oh, God.
Yeah,
Not a
Fallout
problem.
VR is a thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Doom VR is a thing, and all of them look fucking awful.
Yeah.
What I'm amazed at
Especially Fallout VR.
is
Like,
no
what's
one's
the point? What's the point?
It's not even the regular game. It's like a special
know.
version of it.
Isn't it like on a track or something?
You have to like, I know in Doom you have to like look and like click a button and then you like teleport there. And that's how you fucking move.
But Doom is okay. So I played.
I hope they make Quake VR.
Yeah.
I played Doom.
Here's the quick VR.
That whole like clicking and teleporting thing will not work in Doom. Like unless they change everything a lot, because at least how I play Doom, you're moving around.
That's a nightmare.
A lot.
The only people it appeals to are people that don't fucking have a VR, or no, that people that do have a VR thing already and are like, fucking, I need something to spend my money on.
I already bought this VR thing. Nothing's out for it. Might as well buy this.
Yeah, but this isn't going to sell any more VR systems. That's the story of VR at this fucking E3. It's not going to sell.
Yeah, there's nothing like
There's
so amazing.
No one, I don't think anyone watched those press conferences and went, oh yeah, I want VR now.
It's
safe to say that was the worst part of every single press conference.
Yeah,
too.
probably. All the
That
VR.
or like the Just Dance thing.
I didn't see that.
Or like that and stuff.
I missed that.
At least it was short. It was like a minute.
Was that Ubisoft that does Just Dance? Yeah.
I mean,
EA
if it's
had
something,
their own
if
cringe
it's,
with,
yeah.
the Madden stuff.
There's EA's
Madden
unintentional
campaign. Love that shit.
Whoa!
EA's unintentional cringe. Ubisoft's not really everything to do is intentional, but it's just cringe.
Yeah.
I remember a couple years ago. Now this is a little off topic, but for the new fucking Plants vs Zombies game, they had a zombie come out.
Wasn't this EA?
What?
Wouldn't this be EA then? Because of PopCap.
Yeah, alright, my bad. Well, same thing. Super. It was probably the worst thing I've seen in any EA conference. Everyone was dead silent, and the guy was like trying to get the guy dressed up as zombie was trying to get everyone pumped up, and no one was reacting.
Oh no.
It was.
Poor guy. He got paid for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bethesda's conference. At least it was short, but they need to stop doing conferences. They don't have things to show every couple of years, you know what I mean? If you look, they're first because they showed Fallout, right?
Yeah.
And there was, they go to last year's. Everyone fucking hated last year's one. They showed Dishonored 2. That was like their flagship demo.
Okay.
They didn't even have a, and then this year it got even worse. They didn't even have a game demo to show.
They're just like, they just shouldn't have done E3. Like, there's like,
It's a nightmare for them at this point.
Showing
They need a
Evil Within 2 is like,
downscale.
oh, it's being made.
They went way too hard with marketing. You need more shit if you want to increase your marketing so much. So, right off the bat, Bethesda, like, top contender for last place in E3.
I mean,
Yeah,
even with that,
I'll definitely buy Evil Dead 2. So maybe it is a job well done.
it's Evil Within.
Evil Within, sorry.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead 2, yeah. Good movie. So, well, did anyone here play the first Evil Within?
I
watched
didn't personally.
Michael
but
play it.
Yeah, he played it.
Does that game take itself seriously? I thought it
From
didn't.
what I saw, it did, but it's like in a weird way. It's like
It,
in
like,
the way
it
that
does, but it
Wolfenstein took
doesn't.
itself seriously.
Yeah. That's what it looks like to me, too.
It was like ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, the trailer looked, we thought it was going to be Silent Hill. And I was like, why? I was like, Bethesda doesn't own Silent Hill. But,
Well, I mean, the people that did had PT ready, and then
That's strange.
That goes
That's what it's for, basically.
playable trailer is what PT was.
Yeah.
It was called Silent Hills. That's what the game was going to be called.
it could have been.
I mean, they still took the guy from
Did you like it? Kojima.
No, did you like it?
Dude, that's how you got like a special ending, is you played that through a headset. Did you like it? After saying like, hello, who's there? Blah, 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 through your headset.
I thought that was a joke.
Did you write?
No, it works.
Did you?
That's what he said.
Or maybe it fucking was a joke and I fell for it.
It was. I think it was a joke.
I have no idea. I've never heard of that before now, though.
What was I gonna? Yeah, for the next Silent Hill, they're still gonna use that guy. You know, the guy from Walking Dead.
Norman Reedus?
Yeah, they're still.
No,
gonna
he's in Death Stranding.
Yeah, but they were going to use him for the Silent Hill.
Yeah, they were
And
going
then Kojima. used
Then
him for it.
he left Namco.
Yeah, and they brought Norman Reedus with him.
Yeah. Well, it's just the entire.
Run him with it.
It was gonna be fucking made with like Guillermo del Toro as well.
Yeah,
What?
it would have been awesome.
In Silent Hills.
Jesus.
Like-
I think Death Stranding might as well.
That game was like
I
set
fucking-
up for success and just like.
I don't know.
Konami.
Everyone's so stupid with Death Stranding, by the way. Like, so many people were like, "Oh, I wasn't at this year's E3. I thought we were gonna see gameplay." Are you fucking kidding me?
They said they weren't there. 'cause
They
they were making it.
fucking announced it before they started making it. You gotta realize the timeline of events here, right? Because Silent Hills was not that long ago, and they actually made some of that.
Yeah.
So they abandon Silent Hills and then start working on Death Stranding. It takes a while to get all of that together and go, okay, we're going to fund you. This is what it's going to be like. Hire the right people, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, no,
because
like-
this shit's from scratch here, pretty much.
Working
This is
with
like
the
a
game.
Sony studio that Kojima is heading. I mean, maybe it's just Japan, but I don't think it is. Sony Japan studio.
I don't know. I don't know much.
I
about
don't
Death
think it
Stranding.
is, though. I think it's just like a Kojima group of guys. And that takes a long fucking time to set up. They announced it like right then, too. They showed the weird Norman Reedus trailer. Right. They showed that at E3 or something like that. And then when did they show the newer one? That wasn't at E3. That was at something else. Is they showed this other Death Stranding trailer.
I think they just released it. Not in any event. They just released it.
That trailer?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was at some sort of. I'm gonna look this up. Just like
the mic. Honestly, I didn't even know Death Stranding was being made.
Is that the one with the where Norman Reedus has the umbilical cord? Or is that am I thinking of something?
yeah. So yeah, and then it was at the Tokyo Game something. Oh no, it was just at the Game Awards.
Oh, is that guy?
Wait, is that the crab
Yeah,
trailer?
Mads. Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's the. Well, I don't know. No, the Krabs trailer is the first one with Norman Reedus.
Yeah,
The second one is the baby trailer.
I didn't see that.
Well, there's a baby in the Norman Reedus one, but there's also like a fat guy with the baby, and there's like skeletons and stuff, and it all just looks like some big war metaphors. And then yeah, Mads Mikkelsen is also going to be in it
Oh.
from Hannibal and Casino Royale and The Hunt,
so
a
wait,
Danish
the way,
movie about false rape accusations. Anyway,
Oh. the way
Uh,
it looks like it's set up, it looks like Death Stranding is just straight up an indie game.
no, it's completely sponsored by Sony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
you was
not
like,
fucking indie game.
I thought you said it was just like, oh yeah, Kojima like.
No, but it's called Kojima Productions at this point.
Oh,
like they're
okay.
really trying to sell like Kojima made this game.
Got it.
Because Metal Gear
was
Solid
Metal-
5 did
Was
so
that
well.
Kojima production?
Kojima, it was
Or was
it
that
was-
Kona?
no, it was
Konami gave him the
Konami
gig.
was like the publisher, but Kojima did
Ah.
all of it.
Yeah, Konami
Did all of it. He
directed.
directed all of it.
Konami
Basically-
just wants to fail as a business. They don't want to exist anymore. I'm convinced of that. And then like they had like all right,
Didn't they were like teasing some like new Metal Gear Solid 3 thing, like potentially an HD remake
I
or
don't know
something
what
like
they were
that.
doing.
And then they fucking turned it into like a kind of slot machine or something like that. That's
Pachinko
like-
machines?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
yeah.
They do now.
In Japan.
Oh my god! You have no idea how annoyed anyone who like, it's because so Konami owns Yu-Gi-Oh, and everyone's like super pumped. They're like, all right, there's gonna be this huge thing that comes out, pachinko machines.
It's
like,
always
why?
so fucking funny.
They
Um,
want to fail. It's like I don't understand their business model.
Yeah.
They had like some intern. It's like, all right, I'm gonna make Duel Links if that's okay. I just want the rights to make a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Like, yeah, sure, go do that. We'll be over here,
Yeah,
throwing money into the
They're
fire.
making they're playing 4D interdimensional chess.
Exactly.
Right with their business.
4D.
They're thinking
Chess.
20 steps ahead.
But yeah, with Death Stranding, if you thought they were gonna, all they would have been able to do is another teaser trailer and maybe reveal more of what the narrative's about. But you know they don't want to do that, so what the fuck's the point?
It would have been like,
Yeah.
here's like the same trailer. It's still coming. And
Yeah,
people would
it's
be pissed.
we're still working on. Like I don't know what to tell you. It was Matthew Matos, a reviewer I really like, was doing a live stream, and he's like, "Yeah, 2018 is fucking optimistic for this game." Because it just started getting worked on when they announced it.
Like, what was it, last?
Like, I'm pretty sure they just made the trailer first and have no actual thing done for the game before that trailer. The one with Norman Reedus. They might have more at this point. come the Mads Mikkelsen one, but that was still 2016. Like, they don't have much of this game done at all. At this point, they might have a bit done, but 2018 is optimistic.
Yeah.
Let's face it. It's not gonna... Who even knows if it's coming out, period, on PS4 and Xbox One? We might be in a completely different gen at that point. Because you got to consider, PS4 and Xbox One are getting pretty old.
The Xbox One XXX.
They might do a Last of Us where they release it and then they make a
like
remaster.
an immediate remaster.
Yeah, well, basically.
That game
What
would
else-
need a
what
fucking
else is
remaster. It's gorgeous as it is. I don't even like it, but it's
I'm thinking it was
gorgeous.
just to port it.
What?
Yeah, I guess.
Last of Us?
Last of
Yeah,
Us.
the remaster I'm pretty sure was to port
I don't
it.
even know anything about Last of Us. Because I've never.
Well,
any
Last of
those-
Us 2, that was also dumb because you know they're working on a new Uncharted, so why the fuck would they... Oh, wait, isn't it a different Naughty Dog studio? I don't know. Naughty Dog gets so much fucking money now. Because
sure.
it might be the studio that made the Uncharted for Vita.
Oh my god.
You know,
Vita is such a sad little system.
you know that Bioshock was supposed to come to the Vita.
I thought it did.
The next Bioshock, no, they were gonna make the next Bioshock game, which I think was either 2 or Infinite, probably 2.
At that point, it would have been Infinite.
Yeah,
It was gonna be on the Vita and not anything else.
Oh.
Well, it's
They-
bad, so
They backed out of it.
it deserves to only be on the Vita. Fucking hate that game.
No, no game deserves to be a Vita
It's
exclusive.
if
Yeah.
you play it without thinking, it's fun.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
a lot of things are fun when you do it without thinking.
Yeah, I play most of my games without thinking, so.
All right, so what else? So, did you think Wolfenstein 2 looked good, Ennis? Because I know
It looked
but you didn't play Wolfenstein, the
No.
first one, did you?
It looked okay, but I really cringed when the guy said, "Dude, that's wacky." When a pregnant lady stabs some guy, then the guy's tripping on acid.
Oh yeah, afterwards you're
And
like,
I'm like,
that's fucking
that just-
wacky.
that just makes
Had
me
to
not-
say it.
That just makes me not want to buy your game. That makes
I'm
me-
convinced Ubisoft is one of the only people, like, Ubisoft is cringy, but they can do candid talking pretty well. And they also don't bleep out their fucking trailers like morons. Like, they have, like, Beyond Good and Evil 2 had
Yeah.
so much fucking cursing. It looked awesome.
I've never played Beyond Good and Evil 1, but it doesn't matter because it's a prequel, right?
It's a platformer, and yeah, it's weird. You know that they're not going to make it, so you have to play the first one. The first one's really old at this point.
Yeah.
So I guess, moral of the story, Bethesda. Oh, fucking Creation Club trying to make paid-for mods. We all know what you're doing, and it's not going to fucking happen. And this basically confirms that it was Bethesda who is trying to push the paid-for mods on Steam Workshop and not Steam so much.
Yeah,
Because
then-
Steam was fucking ready to go. No.
Yeah, Gabe Newell just the next day was like, okay.
Yeah, bad idea.
It's they
No,
probably
it's
set
so
up they
fucking
probably set up a
stupid.
deal that all right, we'll let you do this. But we get some of the money. If the community doesn't like it, we get to cut it immediately.
Yeah.
And so they cut it immediately because
Yeah.
it's retarded.
It's actually so fucking stupid. The Creation Club looks a bit different. It's more like small cosmetics and just like
Horse armor.
horse armor, crab armor, just bullshit.
There was a joke about that. There was some when
Because
They
horse
first
armor is
released-
a fucking joke with
I know.
Elder Scrolls.
I know they
Because there were horse armor DLCs in Oblivion that were hilarious.
yeah, but
You
like
get like glass armor for your horse.
someone made a joke. I forget what it was. It was like a fake ad for crab armor.
Yeah.
And the crab armor in the ad looks almost exactly
Oh my
the
God.
same as the crab armor.
It's ridiculous.
It's like a joke. It's like
What?
they're making fun of themselves, but it's
What?
not funny because it costs
Do you
money.
think people really are focused on... At this point in Skyrim modding, the people that still care about modding their fucking game of Skyrim aren't fucking preoccupied with making Zoidberg their crab. You know what I mean? They're fucking doing ENBs and shit like that. Actual major game overhauls.
They're making the game look like the next Elder Scrolls because Bethesda refuses to make one
and
themselves.
fucking dunces who are console players and are like, oh, I can get mods on consoles now. They don't even
Yeah.
care that much.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to fucking get the new Elder Scrolls again.
You
Or,
get,
yeah.
different colors
Remastered.
of dragons.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls
They're
5,
not even
the
good
fourth
mods.
time.
They're shitty mods.
Yeah, I know.
So
it's
just keep it out of PC, Skyrim.
it's like
Skyrim.
this sword looks like a regular sword, but it makes your enemies explode.
It's ridiculous how they're butchering this fucking series.
like
they're doing an awful job with it.
Yep.
Just make a new game. That's
like-
all anyone here wants. I mean, part of it has to be on the fault of the Xbox One and the PS4. Because that was like a significant increase in like what they can put through a console in terms of like graphically or whatever. They probably would feel the need to like, okay, we should make an Elder Scrolls game for this console. So that's probably why they're able to put it on that priority list. Because you got to remember, Bethesda cares about consoles.
Yeah.
They get a lot of PC purchases, and it is definitely the definitive version of the game. But Bethesda cares about consoles, and I actually do like the console versions of Skyrim. They're perfectly fine. Vanilla Skyrim is a great game.
So
I mean, we talked about that.
We've got Nintendo with their next-gen console. We've got Microsoft with their next-gen console.
Well, it's not even next-gen console. It's the XL or whatever.
The X.
No, it's like it has different things inside it. It's like actually fast.
Yeah, I know, but it's called like an Xbox
Xbox
One
One
XL.
It's just
Because
X. I don't think it's
X, yeah.
And then they made an Xbox One S. Then they made an Xbox One X. And
So
call it like
the
something
reason they're
else.
calling it Xbox One is it's actually hilarious to see Nintendo did this same shit with making a new console, but using the name of the previous console, Wii U, in it, and it fucking didn't work at all. And they're like,
we'll do the same thing.
Xbox One X, like we'll do this.
We got this.
Did anyone fucking buy Xbox 360 Elites? I don't think so. And those were like, I mean,
What's the Xbox 360?
It had more
just
hard
had
drive
like
space.
more hard drive space. That was it.
That's
But
about
it was like significantly more expensive. It was also black. It looks pretty cool, not gonna lie.
I
And then they made it so all the
I
new
had that.
Xbox 360s were Xbox 360 Elites.
oh, that's what I
and
got.
that's the Xbox 360 I have now. I used to have an old like tan one or whatever.
Yeah.
But that shit, the hardware in there was just fucking awful.
I got.
It
I
was fry up
I
and
have
shit.
that Xbox
Yeah, we had that
But-
one too.
because I got it with the Kinect.
Yeah, we got that
For
with
Christmas.
I love. There's like
we
all
got
right,
that
guys,
with the Kinect as well because we
buy
needed
our
a new
Kinect.
Xbox.
Buy our thing that doesn't work, please. We're begging you.
Yeah.
Well, I was naive when it came to video games, so I thought the Kinect was pretty.
I don't know, man. Connect
It
Star
seemed
Wars
neat
was
at
my
the
shit.
time. Yeah.
That was the first video game actually. And my parents gave up. I'm like, okay, you can play video games.
Yeah. It was okay. It was so dumb. Yeah, Xbox One X, and there's a PS4 Pro or something like that.
Is there?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And it's
Oh,
all
okay.
about.
Yeah, PS4.
Yeah, it's older at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
It's-
came out like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
a year
it's
ago.
already been a thing. And Xbox One is just like, gotta try and get rich people. Because here's the thing: is Xbox is never gonna make something exclusive for the Xbox One X.
Isn't a new like Gears of War game coming to PC?
Yeah, at this point, they're putting their Xbox game exclusives also on Windows 10.
Yeah.
They're downsizing Xbox. It's very obvious.
A lot of people are hurt about Gears not being console exclusive anymore for some fucking reason.
They're mad about it.
Yeah, people are like, "Oh, this is our game." It's like Gears 1 was on.
Gears
PC.
1 was on PC.
Gears 1 was on PC.
What are they, Cliff B? Like, Cliff Blazinski was like, Gears War 2 is not coming to PC. I always talk about this, how he seems retarded, because he's like, PC, he says things like the PC community is dying because they're all on different hardware configurations and stuff like that. But part of what he's saying is actually right. Like, it's harder for game developers a lot of time to make games that can also go to PC. So just saying, the reason like he can make Gears 2 look so fucking good on an Xbox is because you know
It's made
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's an Xbox. You know everything that's in it. You can fit the parameters perfectly. So yeah, they fucked up. Xbox and PS4 are fucking up with those new version things.
Are we still on Bethesda, or should we move on to the?
I think at this point, Ubisoft.
I think
Sure, let's go to
Microsoft
Ubisoft.
is, we've already.
Let's do Ubisoft. I believe it's down here. No, never mind. It's up.
It's a lot of shit into the fucking Microsoft.
Okay. So Ubisoft, I don't fucking care about Ubisoft. They don't.
Rabbids Mario boys.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They have zero of my trust for any games they make, except I guess that Beyond Good and Evil 2.
South Park game.
I don't fucking care about South
You might
Park
not care,
games.
but I think it'll be good.
It'll be
The other one
fine.
was good. The other one
It'll
was-
be fine because Matt and Trey are a part of it.
Yep.
But I don't fucking care about any of these fucking games that they announced. That was like the majority like impression I got from Ubisoft. I always feel like Ubisoft does a better press conference than EA or Bethesda Because, right, you should compare those three against each other because they're the only ones just making games, not consoles.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I don't fucking care about any of these games.
Really?
Far Cry looks fucking terrible.
Wait, where is it based? Like Old West or whatever?
Old West, yeah. Well, I won't say terrible, but it just... Okay, for one, it doesn't look like it's taking itself too seriously. That looks good. Oh, wait, no. Far Cry looks okay because it's like co-op and...
Yeah, they're in co-op.
Yeah, it might be okay.
The Crew.
I take that back. It was, I don't even remember what.
I don't know
awful.
what to make of The Crew.
The Crew. So the Crew
I don't
1
care.
had an interesting concept and was terribly executed.
And just
the Crew
failed
2
awfully.
will probably do the same thing.
Probably do, yeah. It's Ubisoft. When people say, like, oh, it's EA,
Also,
it's Ubisoft. Like, Ubisoft doesn't fucking make good games. I don't know.
their servers.
For Honor.
Yeah.
Their servers.
For Honor. Remember when
What?
everyone thought For Honor would be good?
And then
Thank God they did that beta.
We uninstalled it all at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it was so bad. It was so hollow.
You can just tell so much of these games is fucking focus grouped.
It doesn't
You know
even
what I
matter how
mean?
good you
Oh
are.
my focus groups are bad.
So much of it. Ubisoft is one of the most don't give your developers freedom whatsoever companies of all
Focus groups
fucking
are
time.
terrible for like making good shit.
Yeah. That's
we-
why I don't trust Assassin's Creed Origins.
Origins might end up okay.
I like how Origins has like a newer looking combat system.
Yeah.
It looks like they're,
Instead of just sitting there. And
like I said, it
parrying.
looks like they're kind of learning some stuff. Like I said, with Far Cry being co-op, like that's cool.
Well, Far Cry, the other one was, or 4 was co-op too, right?
In the world?
Yeah, I thought so.
Really?
I'm pretty sure Far Cry 4 is co-op.
Wow. That game's just so bad. I didn't even...
game.
Pirate game doesn't look good.
It's giving me huge Evolve vibes.
Yeah.
It's like it really looks like Evolve.
Did they basically just take
How
Black
so?
Flag and
How
make
it's
it a pirate
just
game?
you know how Evolve? It was like a fully priced game, $60.
Wait, isn't
It
Evolve
looks
free now?
And it's
It's
one
free.
idea.
Wait, Evolve
It's
is
one
free now?
idea. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It just looks like one thing. It's like one game mode. Where
Yeah,
it
you
just,
can crash into their ships. Like,
It looks just.
who the fuck is Ubisoft
Maybe-
Singapore, too?
Maybe it was $20. If it was $25 or $30, it'd be
No,
great.
they
Ubisoft
they
Singapore.
Ubisoft games. So chances are Ubisoft Singapore were the team responsible for the ship combat in Black Flag and stuff like
all
that.
they
Hang on.
But still,
If they were-
it's just one fucking thing.
But
Yeah.
no, hang on. It doesn't matter. If they were like solely the whole thing behind the naval thing in Black Flag, that's gonna be fine.
But the thing about
It's gonna
that,
hold it-
it
it's
looks
gonna hold its
fine
own.
in Assassin's Creed, but when it's just by itself, it won't be worth it. They're gonna charge $60 for it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't see how they can add to it except
are
just
gonna buy it.
like, oh, we made more fucking types of cannonballs and shit. Like, ooh, grape shot
Oh,
and
wait,
shit
buy
like
it.
that.
Wait, they were the ones that did the remake of the Turtles in Time.
Oh my god.
Oh, there you go.
It's got a 4 out of 5 in the PlayStation Store, but IGN gave it a 5.9.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Oh, I heard that
who
was
to agree
really
with?
bad.
Yeah, I heard it was really
It
bad.
was really weird. It was really weird.
So-
it was stupid fun, but it was
Like, it's just something I don't trust. What's Starlink?
Oh, it's
I don't know.
It's Skylanders.
It's
Oh yeah, that's a fucking amiibo thing.
Yeah.
It looks ridiculous.
It
That
looks
trailer
so
looks
stupid.
awful. It just looks like it has good graphics.
We
and you,
need
like,
to adapt.
you can
pay $5 to adapt.
go into the thing.
I
It's
sacrificed
no. What
the
really pissed
race
me off is like
$5.
these are ice enemies. You need fire. Ice things don't work well against it, but if you buy our fire rockets, it'll be really good against them. That's so most greedy, retarded thing ever.
Yeah, because who fucking wants
That's
it?
what they're doing with the Creation Club also. Transference.
Transference looked like the only good VR game, but I don't even know if they showed any of
They
it.
didn't show anything.
They didn't show any of it.
Yeah.
But
It just
the reason
allegedly-
it looks like it... Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It looked alright because there was something being developed straight to VR.
Yeah.
Which to work, you have to have VR exclusive titles.
Yeah.
Because you need to take advantage of the
That-
strong suits of VR.
The VR for that Bethesda's doing is just a cash grab.
Yep.
It's a cash grab. That's all it is. It's
Yeah,
like
absolutely is.
let's turn Fallout into a play it on rails. It's like
That ruins the whole idea of a sandbox game.
yeah.
Go wherever you want on this path.
Yeah.
It's like you see them shooting, walking forward slowly, shooting people. It's like you can pick a direction and then like press it and you walk in
Yeah.
that direction.
So, Ubisoft overall, pretty disappointed, but I liked Beyond Good and Evil 2. That makes me happy. I don't know. I really don't... Yeah. They don't have anything interesting to me. And, like, what IP... intellectual like property do they have behind them? Like, at least if you look at EA, at least EA has fucking Star Wars. Like, maybe they don't execute it perfectly, but like they still have fucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
And that makes me a billion times more interested in like half their games, you know what I mean? Rabbids Mario looked alright. I don't know if I'll get it. That's like one I'll straight up have to go to reviews for.
Yeah.
That's one of those games where you can pick like, I don't know how many members you can have in your party, like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Most people will only have Mario characters. Like,
Yeah.
they just completely ignore the Rabbids
Yeah,
characters.
that's gonna happen.
Unless,
If Waluigi's in it, he's gonna be my fucking guy.
I don't think he will. It's going to be the main cast.
I don't know. It looks
Maybe
like
he'll
it
be
might
a
be
boss.
okay. Yeah. It doesn't really look like something I want to keep my time with. I'm pretty sure that's all the fucking Ubisoft games.
Yeah, there's really not much to talk about.
Yeah.
Like I said, Assassin's Creed Origins looks like in some places it's fixing itself, like in gameplay, but in some places it's really hurting itself. Like there's like levels now and shit,
Oh, yeah.
and I just don't think that's needed at all.
There's loot.
They're trying to make it have a more like, I don't know, just kind of like gamey type of tone.
Origins,
you know what I mean?
Or how Altair's game was structured.
They're trying to turn it into like a regular RPG where you level up and find loot.
Yeah, and it makes it look more arcadey. You know what I
That's
mean?
not
When
the-
he was like, I can't fight those enemies in the demo. I think that was actually during Microsoft's demo, but still. When he was like, oh, I can't fight those enemies because they're like a high level or something like that, and he was just walking past them. But like, I don't know. It just like looks like fucking Borderlands. Like when there's like the people with the fucking yellow sign, like warning sign next to their name and stuff like that because they're too high level. It's just like, when has that been what people wanted out of Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've never played.
You know what people have wanted from Assassin's Creed? They want you to get rid of smart running and make it actually take skill to climb through the world. Okay. So right there, just have intelligent movement. And they wanted fucking better combat. And then just more straight shit to the point missions. That's all anyone ever fucking wanted out of Assassin's Creed. And they still, in my opinion, don't look like they have it. Never mind, it looked like the stealth system's just absolutely broken in this one. He climbs into a tree and there's a guy fucking looking... Guy's looking straight and the tree's off to his left. Fucking broad daylight. If there was someone... If it was in your peripherals, right? That's the whole reasoning here. You're in his peripherals. And there was someone in a fucking tree in your peripherals. A bare tree, too. There was, like, no leaves on this fucking thing. Maybe it was, like, the camera angle trick or something like that. But there was fucking no leaves or anything. If that shit was in your peripherals, you would fucking spot it immediately. Like, yeah, that's a person in a fucking tree. I always felt like Assassin's Creed did a terrible stealth system. You fucking go into the little bunker thing on the roofs that are there for some reason, and you hide. And yeah, not gonna get that game.
Rip.
More steep DLC. I'm not gonna get steep.
It's about
And
it
that's
for
yeah.
Ubisoft.
Other than
There's
Just
really not
Dance,
much to-
that's it. So they had a weak showing.
Yeah. Not as bad as Bethesda, but
Well,
no. I
overall, not as bad as Bethesda, but at the same time,
think it's pretty bad.
It's not as bad. Bethesda had like nothing.
Yeah, Bethesda just had nothing.
This thing had some things.
Yeah.
Bethesda may not be what everyone wanted, but it was.
But it's
surprise.
fucking out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's a reveal. It's an actual.
That's
Everything else
easily
is
like the biggest surprise.
like, Wolfenstein 2 wasn't a surprise. The only thing was a surprise was whatever. I'm forgetting what it's called. Bethesda.
Evil Within?
Yeah, but no one really cared about that. I don't think.
Alright, so let's just talk about EA so we can get the AAA developers out of the way. Oh, so it says Jesse Wellens. That was the guy that was talking during the Need for Speed. Part. It was so funny. So I
you
just
just
wrote
forgot
down
all his
Jesse
lines.
Wellens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. So I really paid no attention to this fucking conference for like the first 30 minutes as well. let's see. The only thing at any point that seemed interesting was A Way Out. And the only reason I say that's interesting is because I don't even remember what that was.
So it's interested you to look it up again.
A Way Out. Official reveal. Let's just look at images. Okay. A Way Out is made by the people that made Brothers.
I know Brothers.
And what?
I don't know what Brothers is.
Okay, Brothers is... It's not actually co-op, is it? No. It's you control each one with an individual stick.
Maybe.
But this one is like a split-screen co-op game where you play two brothers trying to escape prison at this point. So completely different storyline and different characters and stuff. But they are brothers. It looks okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it.
I feel like it's one of those EA games that's just solid, unique, and is probably a good pickup.
It'll sell. Probably.
I don't think it'll really sell, but it looks interesting enough. I mean, split screen co-op game that requires some coordination. If they do it well and it's not gimmicky,
it's like Snipper Clips.
No reason why it won't be
Snipper
good.
Clips.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be good?
Snipper Clips?
Yeah.
It's dumb fun.
Yeah.
And it's really, really weird.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't appeal to me.
So that was shown after Need for Speed, which I don't give a shit about anymore.
Yeah,
After FIFA 18.
I don't really care much for the sports games, honestly.
They
after
have to
some Battlefield 1 update or expansion or something like that. I don't know. People were saying update because apparently you don't have to pay for it, but I don't know. I was fucking skimming through this shit.
Anthem looks pretty neat.
Yeah. I would say Anthem looks good. I would say EA is my favorite conference out of Ubisoft and Bethesda.
Yeah.
I mean, Battlefront 2 looked fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Battlefront 2 and Anthem have definitely
it looks like they actually... I don't like people being... Like, I can understand you being skeptical about the first Battlefront, but at this point they've gotten a lot of feedback.
A lot of bad feedback.
Apparently they're doing...
and they have the engine done already.
Yeah.
So they're not working on that anymore.
Apparently they're doing a lot of in-game stuff, purchases.
What do you mean?
Microtransactions?
A lot of microtransactions.
Oh, for Battlefront?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that's what Christian said.
Would not
Oh,
surprise
yeah, he
me.
did. He said no DLC, but there are microtransactions.
Just microtransactions.
Just microtransactions, people. So that's good.
That's
That's
actually
fucking
worse.
kidding. It is worse, but if it's the
just...
DICE microtransactions, they've been doing those for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They've always had things where you're allowed to just unlock everything if you just put in like $20 or something like that.
That's kind of dumb.
So like Recon is a class in Battlefield Bad Company 2. There was a pack you could buy that makes you unlock like all the guns or something like that for snipers.
Mm-hmm.
It's dumb, but it's not a very competitive game, and it just whatever. You can just play more of it and unlock it all. It's fine. It's very fun because of it.
Yeah. Unlocking stuff in Battlefield 1 is really slow.
It's like, yeah, we'll do case opening, but it's the most retarded.
Oh, the case openings are just
terrible.
They're not even
case
guns; they're
openings ever.
skins for guns.
It's like bad Counter-Strike.
But you can unlock.
Well, there are like there's no content in Battlefield 1.
No, there's a lot of content. None of it's like.
It's so there's so
lot
many
of guns.
stupid stuff you can do.
No, not guns, but like there's just. Yeah,
Well, maybe there is.
Have
I
you
don't
seen
know.
that small gun?
No.
yeah, they released the.
There's a
And probably bought by a lot of people because they're doing the nice marketing strategy of, hey, we worked out the kinks with that previous one, so now we're doing this. So,
Oh yeah, that was pretty.
yeah, and then Anthem looks cool, you know.
Yeah. Anthem is definitely
it's on
fun.
it's on Frostbite, fucking nice. You know, it might be flawed as fuck, but if they don't, Ubisoft's in. I know it's EA, right? If they don't fuck it up, then you know, if it's not one of those games where it's all a fucking lie, what's in the demos? You know?
Yeah. If like
the
if
demo
it,
looks fine.
Yeah,
The demo
if
looks
it-
really good.
if it gives what it promised,
If it's
then
got
gonna be
content,
great.
and I don't know. I always say EA might be fucking shitty with how they make people buy things. The whole DRM thing with you have to be always online and stuff like that. They might be really shitty about that, but they are really good at putting resources towards actually making the game. They usually have pretty complete games. I mean, look at things like Dead Space and shit. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what I see with A Way Out. Is like a game like Dead Space, which is like EA always does a good job of their like they're less huge system selling games. You look to ones like they do a good job at making them turn out all right. So I'm not saying EA develops these games, but I think they are a positive publisher for the process of game making altogether. Yeah. I would say they're probably fairly good to work with, except maybe unfair time. That's a real thing. That's not a... No, that's a very, very real thing. And it'll be awesome when it's in games. It'll make everything unique. There's already a couple of physics models for characters' complete adaptability. It'll change everything. No, don't... Neural networks is not a... It's kind of a buzzword like cloud was, but it actually means something, and it's very cool. But, yeah, they just came out and they were just like... That was actually very cool of them, because I don't think any other companies... I don't know, maybe other companies were mentioning it, but EA really gave it a time for it, and they were like, yeah, we fucking research shit, you know what I mean? Like, we're progressing this shit, which is cool, because a lot of people are really interested in that stuff, but nothing comes out the way of mainstream game-making companies. None of them are talking about the cool stuff. Is this just
for better AI?
It's for better AI, it's for better physics engines, it's for better... literally, you could just look up neural networks, it's fucking insane.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's a memory based thing kind of, and it's fucking genius.
Yeah, so I think overall EA's was
pretty much everything's gonna use a lot of things are gonna use neural networks.
Yeah. So yeah, overall.
So you can don't laugh at that. That's was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, EA's is pretty standard.
EA's was standard. I'd say it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not great. It's an EA fucking press conference. Yeah. They're going to talk about Madden. They're going to talk about FIFA.
They do that every time.
Shit I don't fucking care about. But, I can't blame them because those things make a shitload of money for them, so...
Yeah, it's like, it's obligatory.
Yeah.
Basically. Talk about Madden and FIFA.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's cool. Like I said, I definitely put this above Bethesda, and I would definitely put it above Ubisoft. Because, Anthem looks solid, A Way Out looks okay, and Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I'm genuinely interested in. So, or genuinely excited for at this point. So, listen, it might be microtransactions, but as long as it's not fucking ridiculous microtransactions, then it's going to be okay. And I don't see any reason why they would do ridiculous microtransactions.
It just looks like Battlefield 1 to me, or Battlefront 1.
Well, yeah.
Right. So gameplay wise, it's gonna look like that on the surface. But the problem with Battlefront is there was fucking nothing to it. There were very few maps. There were very few game modes. Only Galactic Civil War. Only 4 heroes. It was just empty. Mm-hmm. This one looks like it's expanding, and also a lot of the game modes are gonna be more of the just kind of I think they're doing some capture point game modes and stuff like that. They're doing space exclusive battles now. They're fixing a lot of things. They're doing a lot of things that people expected from the first Battlefront. So if you didn't pick up the first Battlefront, which, good decision, good for you, because you have one that probably won't be as good as the other Battlefront games, but it will be fun, and it'll be solid. It's not going to be anything to fucking freak out about, oh, DICE fucking did it. That's not going to be any headlines or anything. But... It looks like it's gonna be pretty solid. DICE is a developer that knows what the fuck they're doing, and they were talking about how they were having extreme difficulty making the first Battlefront because they had no fucking idea how to do it. They're like, how is this gonna work with us? How are we gonna fucking make this shit? And they made it as best as they could, and then people were like, no, you change it. You gotta do things differently, and it looks like they're doing things differently, or at least they're marketing that way. So that's at very least, it's a smart marketing move. So we'll see if that works.
All right.
So what would you say out of those three, the AAA developers? Who would you say?
EA.
I don't care much.
Say EA.
I don't care much for a few of the games they're.
Second.
Yeah.
I think Ubisoft is kind of close because Beyond Good and Evil 2 really raises it up a bit.
Yeah, and then Bethesda just kind of shit the bed.
Bethesda was
awful.
Rock bottom. And what's funny is I actually am more excited about the Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein 2 than the EA and Ubisoft stuff. But, just fucking, when I was watching that shit, I just didn't fucking care. I was like, cool, I'm going to be excited about this in a couple months or when they're close to coming out. These fucking demos and long trailers or whatever the fuck they actually are doing nothing for me. I don't fucking care. And no new IPs. Both of them just sequels. Mm-hmm. They fucking talked about Quake. They showed women in esports, which is just a fucking flawed idea.
Hang on.
And generally all those ads with esports and stuff they do such a fucking bad job. So I mean, listen, showing women playing the esports, fine. You know, I understand you want girls to care about your esports game as well. That's the reason why they do it. They're not doing it because they think a bunch of girls will take to esports. You know that, right?
They're doing
it because, or as in be successful. Like, if they know anything about the esports demographic of who's a professional gamer, they would know that it's fucking staggeringly in the favor of male and not the favor of female. For whatever fucking reason. I'm not trying to say anything sexist or whatever about this, but I just mean it's all fucking guys. And it doesn't...
It's something like guys can be more obsessive, I think. Like
testosterone helps, probably.
Could not tell you.
I think it's definitely something like that, but...
You know, you got the drive if you have testosterone.
It's just that, I don't know.
Well,
There are probably plenty of girls out there who are really good at games. It's just that there aren't.
There are plenty of girls that are good at games. They just can't get to the esports level.
And there probably are plenty who are in the esports level. It's just the ones. They just don't make teams. The ones that make the teams aren't that good. They're just making the teams not because they're good. It's because they're girls. What was that thing that we don't know.
The League of Legends thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah. But they were all gold
Yeah,
players.
They weren't good.
They were all bad.
That's what I said. I said the ones that make the teams are making the teams because they're girls, not because they're good.
Make their own teams.
Yeah.
Well, in esports, you shouldn't be looking to make your own team.
Yeah.
You should be looking to join a team.
That's their own bad. I'm just saying there are
I don't know, there probably are
They're just too few and far between at this time.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Because video games have always been sort of a
male-dominated thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm completely saying that. But it's obvious when they put girls in the fucking esports marketing things. It's just because they want girls to buy their game as well.
Yeah.
That's 100% the reason. Because if they were trying to accurately depict esports in those ads,
it's not even the girls were the
then they wouldn't show girls. And that wouldn't be the first problem. The other problems they wouldn't show Quake being a fucking team-based game. They wouldn't fucking show, which I guess Quake Champions is going to be, but that's fucking stupid. And I guess they wouldn't show, just all the cheesy shit. The fucking, cracking my knuckles and let's get down to playing.
It's like grayscale.
Yeah, shit. It's just this shit's so overdone.
It's like we're champions.
So, I haven't seen a single advertisement by games trying to make an esports game. I haven't seen a single one do well. Any of those ads, they're all fucking lame.
Yeah, it's like you.
And I think at this point, it's not because they're idiots. I think it's just because they're trying to sell their game first and not their esports community. You know what I mean?
I think
they're not trying to.
I think it's the opposite. I think they're trying to sell their esports community so their game does well.
Yeah.
Out of touch. That's wrong. You should be trying to sell your game, not your esports.
Okay, yeah, I actually agree with you.
It's like Nintendo. Yeah. Nintendo did a bunch of stuff, a bunch of invitationals.
With
Splatoon, Pokken Tournament,
and the Smash.
Your games aren't esport games. Stop trying to do
Pokken's different because it was already established as a game because DX is basically just an expansion and remastered to work on the Switch.
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of different. That's what
Same thing with Splatoon.
If we're going to move on to Sony, I can talk about Marvel a little bit.
Well, we can do that in a second.
All right, because
they
did a tournament too.
What I'm trying to say is, they're trying to sell their esports community. I take back I reverse what I said. I agree with you now because that makes a lot more sense what you said. They're trying to sell their esports community so their game does well.
Yeah.
But I guess my original point would then change to be they're not trying to accurately depict their esports community. They're trying to sell it to you. So this is what their idealized version of an esports community is. And of course, that idealized version of an esports community would have women in it. Because then that means more fucking people or more kinds of people want to fucking buy their game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's an obvious, like, diversification kind of fucking branding, marketing ploy. That's all I'm trying to say. So, if you're ever wondering why all those fucking ads for new esports games suck dick, it's because they're trying to sell you something rather than just accurately depict it the way it is.
It's like when Nintendo whenever they advertise Splatoon 2, it's always in this stupid fake esports setting, and it's just
that's never gonna fucking.
That nobody esports Splatoon. It's just
Splatoon might be fun, but it's not an esport.
No, it's not my kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it just looks so stupid, and people are like freaking out, and there's nothing happening.
There's nothing.
No, it's not. It's
Overwatch.
That's Overwatch too.
Yeah.
I mean, they might make it better, but I don't see how.
I love how
all the current esports have developed for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you need time to make a game turn into an esport.
Like no one.
League only turned into an esport so well because the game was popular.
Yeah, no one
like it's not even.
And
it got professional because it came from other fucking games, and a fucking old game. Dota is old as fuck.
Yeah. Where's Dota 3?
And Han is old as fuck, which is a lot of where League pros get their experience from.
I keep forgetting Heroes of North existed.
There's like 2 CS:GO pros that first started playing with CS:GO. Yeah. The vast majority of them either have Counter-Strike Source, which is a minority,
or 1.6.
Or 1.6, which is the majority. But the majority also have experience with either Source or 1.6. And, like, a lot of fucking experience. Like, years.
It really takes time.
It takes time.
It takes iterations.
Yeah. And 1.6 had a big esports scene. That's not just scene, but, like, a lot of modern esports that you see today, they have fucking years and years behind them. They didn't just fucking come out, and people are like... I can't think of a single esport
that's original.
That's original and just recently came out. Even fucking Quake Champions is banking off the original Quake.
TF2 failed, as like they tried.
TF2, no, yeah, that's pretty much done
old,
at this point.
It's
any
still
fucking
old,
fighting game.
Yeah.
I guess there are some like newer fighting games. I guess the newest fighting game that did well was MK9 and Injustice and
Marvel
MK10.
The thing about
but Marvel's not new.
Yeah, but like
I
don't think Infinite's gonna
Melee is old as shit, and
Melee's, but yeah,
and it's just.
And you bet your ass Smash 4 only took off because Melee has a scene.
Yep.
Smash 4 took off because people wanted it to take.
Because people wanted an alternative to Melee.
Yeah.
As a competitive esport. It's actually a pretty strong fighting game in my opinion. Worse than Melee, and Melee is also.
I like Smash 4, but it's
the
a
best,
fun game.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good. It's a little too slow to be an esport.
Yeah.
And
this was a tweet that was put out by Leffen recently. Actually, he was like, people always talk about how it's a very common thing is people talk and they say, well, you shouldn't care about whether it's entertaining or not to watch. You should care, that's not the fucking point. That you shouldn't make. So there's like a ledge grab limit or something like that that's being proposed, and people are like, no, if it's a strategy and it's in the game, it should be allowed, and you shouldn't care about whether it's entertaining or not to watch. And Leffen was like, no, you should. You absolutely should. Like,
that's what makes an esport.
That's what makes it an esport, and not fucking speedrunning.
Esports are a spectator.
You know what
sport.
I mean? Yeah.
That's
fucking sport is a spectator sport.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Like, some sports are fun to play, but not fun to watch. Like Overwatch.
Yeah,
it's not fun to watch right now.
You can argue against annoying whatever strategies and stuff like that in a different way, but saying you shouldn't care about whether it's entertaining or not is dumb, because if you didn't care about whether it's entertaining or not, you wouldn't have a fucking scene. More than likely.
Yeah, it's...
At least you wouldn't have a strong spectators following.
People-
Or unless if you just get lucky and your game's entertaining no matter what you do.
If it's like,
You're
why
right.
would you watch it if it's not entertaining? There's no reason unless you're like really into the game yourself. Then the community would not expand at all because it would just be restricted to the people who already play the game.
Exactly.
It's
So you were going to talk about Marvel, Jeffrey. What were you going to say?
yeah,
So
we're
going
moving
into
on to
Sony now, we've officially put EA, then Ubisoft, then Bethesda at the bottom. So
Poor Marvel.
poor Marvel.
Poor Marvel.
You don't like what's happening to Marvel?
No, it's such a shame because
Adding a story mode.
no Marvel. So
And-
Marvel Infinite was a thing that was teased, and then Arxis comes out of fucking nowhere. It's like, hey, Dragon Ball fighting game, and it's Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but with Dragon Ball characters, and it looks awesome because it's like the way it's visually designed just looks awesome. And then Marvel Capcom Infinite, it's like, oh, we promised to change the systems. It's going to be different. It's 2v2 instead of 3v3. And it's like a lot more beginner friendly, so a lot more people can get into it. And then just the Dragon Ball Fighter game just kicks it in the nuts, and then
Fucking Marvel
It's such a
showed
damn
off their
shame.
game with fucking cinematics at E3, and Dragon Ball showed off their game with fucking instant fucking gameplay.
and
What
the
do you
Dragon
think-
Ball game
What do you
looks
think is going to attract the Marvel community more?
incredible.
Do you think the Marvel community keeps on playing Marvel because they have ties to Marvel and Capcom as brands? No.
Actually, there's a good amount of people that like play Marvel and Marvel because like it has characters they want to play.
Yeah, that's true, but
Like, one of the-
I feel like the strong community, the esports community, the fighting game community, whatever, for Marvel might
play
just
for
move
mechanics.
Yeah.
They might just move to Dragon Ball. I don't
That-
know.
I
Have
feel
you seen the Dragon Ball game?
Yeah, it looks fun.
Visually, it looks incredible.
I haven't seen the Dragon Ball game, but I feel lied to because it was said, it was leaked that the Hunter was gonna be in new Marvel vs. Capcom, but he's not in there.
I mean, they cut a lot of characters.
They have
From what
they
I've
have a
seen-
stage. I think it's a part of the story. I don't know, but
From what I've seen, they've cut a lot.
it looks isn't it smaller than 3? It looks like don't have that many people.
Marvel Infinite looks like it's smaller than Marvel 3. But that's just because Marvel 3 was big. Like, Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3 was really big.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of characters.
So, overall, how'd you feel about Sony's press conference?
I
I thought it was okay.
There's
okay.
a lot that I liked. There's a lot that I didn't care for.
Yeah. I wouldn't say there was anything that I hated.
Yeah. Shout of the Colossus. Oh my god.
I'm really excited about that news. I liked seeing Destiny 2. I liked
Yeah.
seeing Spider-Man.
Destiny 2 looked
That's about it. I guess
Final
Call of Duty World War
Fantasy
II
VR
looks good.
vision.
Yeah,
yeah, that was pretty stupid.
it's pretty hilarious. But yeah, so let's see. I'd say you guys see Days Gone.
Yeah.
I don't
I-
think it looks good at all.
I
I don't
didn't
think
see
it's gonna
Days
be
Gone.
good.
It's
I legitimately don't think it's gonna be good. The first demo they showed looked fucking awful. It was a shitload of just shooting a ton of zombies, and it just oh my god. And then this one they show. You know, what does he do? He drives for a little bit, gets in some accident, fucking melee kills 2 guys, probably spammed the button real fast to beat that. So that's compelling gameplay right there. And then, you know, he was like trying to find his friend or something like that. Found his friend that was like getting get like held hostage or something like that. You know, just gotta save a hostage. That also happens to be your friend. Mm-hmm. And you're like, fuck, how do I do this? So Far Cry kind of scenario. You bait people. He baits some guy into a bear trap. All this bullshit happens. He fucking places a C4 on a fence thing, so a bunch of zombies charge through, and that's what Donkey said he liked. But I just don't think that looks fucking interesting at all. That's fucking so bare bones. That's like shooting off the fucking locks on the tiger thing in Far Cry. It's just... It's one thing you can do with zombies. Cool.
Yeah, I see what this is.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. You know? And it's just... This game being a zombie game and being a... Can you take it somewhere else?
He's stuck.
The game being a zombie game and like,
Yes.
you know... Go with... Oh, whatever. The game being a zombie game, and I don't know.
I don't care much for Days Gone.
It just
Monster Hunter,
doesn't look interesting. The Last of Us was barely compelling to me gameplay wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Last of
Just
Us is like
barely. And do you really think the gameplay for this game is going to be better than Last of Us?
probably not.
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
There are some things that I really like though. I did not care for the Call of Duty. I haven't cared for a Call of Duty game in a while. Monster Hunter. I'm buying that game.
You liked Monster Hunter.
I was a big fan actually.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm sold on Destiny 2 yet. Because from what I heard, Destiny 1 was like the most grindy thing ever.
So Destiny 2 was bad at launch. And it was grindy.
That was
But
Destiny 1.
they eventually worked it out with a couple updates and expansions. And eventually they brought in kind of events. And
Well, I
stuff
still
like
think it was
that.
grindy. Like even to that
And
extent.
still a little bit grindy. But it's an MMO.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: is a lot of people are saying, "Well, don't get Destiny 2 at launch because Destiny 1 was bad at launch." That doesn't make any fucking sense to me, because that's not how fucking game development works. Because that's assuming that Destiny 1, just because it's fucking Destiny, right? It's not fucking Sid Meier's, okay? It's not Civilization, where a base game is less full than the previous game with all of its expansion. I doubt it'll be like that. I really bet the base game of Destiny 2 will be more complete than Destiny 1 with all of its expansions and updates. That's a safe assumption, right?
Yeah, because how long have they been working on Destiny 2? It's been a few years, right?
It's been a while, you know?
When did Destiny 1 come
And
out?
also, you gotta realize the framework for this game is now done. It fucking takes no time at all. They know how it's gonna play. They can market it way easier. They don't need to pump nearly as much into just telling people what the fucking game is actually like anymore. They can, they can just focus on content. Mm-hmm. The
Which is
only
a good
slight
thing for
engine
them.
changes to the engine. I'm optimistic. I still probably won't get it launch day, but
Yeah,
I think
I'll
I will
probably get
wait
it,
a
like,
little
within a
bit.
month.
I'll see if they do a review embargo lift or something like that, which is always a good sign. If they don't, then I will probably be pretty skeptical and wait for people,
Every game
for a
that-
couple people to go through all the content and hear whether it's a lot and if it's grindy or not. I want it to be a lot, and I don't want it to be grindy. But overall,
I'm okay with a little bit of grind. Like
I'm glad it's coming around now. I think this is the right timing for it. People have overall changed from a negative viewpoint of Destiny into a positive one. And I think this is also coming out on PC.
It
Oh,
is
yeah.
coming out on PC.
On
We're so
Battle.net.
excited.
On Battle.net.
Yep.
Because fucking Destiny 2 is with Activision.
Yeah.
And it's funny because people were like, Activision swallowing Blizzard. Sidebar here. Blizzard's fucking swallowing Activision. All right?
Yeah.
This isn't E3 related, but I would just like to say how fucking ridiculous it is how good Blizzard's doing. They've moved
basically
from having... So they had the most popular fucking online game, and just game ever, in 2012. They had World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
15 million fucking subscribers. This is ridiculous. It starts dropping. They don't even report their numbers anymore. It's basically, it's dying. And it's near the end of its life. So League and Minecraft, they kind of take the reins for a little bit. And then fucking Overwatch comes out and Hearthstone a little bit before that. And it's safe to say Blizzard completely has a hold on the market once again.
I think Overwatch doing well was a really, really good thing because
It's really what did it in.
No, it's like for gaming in general because people can stop thinking it's like takes away the free to play mentality. But
It
people
did
can
such a good job of that. I was
It's-
so glad something came in and just ended this whole free to play bullshit.
Yeah, it's like now people can say, well, if we put a lot of effort into our game, we can make it cost money and people will buy it a lot.
Yeah,
If we make
people
a
will
good
buy
game.
it, and you can make it easy for them to get rare skins and stuff like that. But also, if they want to buy stuff, they can because that's the lesson you learn from free to play and microtransaction games is that people are literally willing to throw their money at that shit.
It's cosmetics.
So you might as well keep it in if it's cosmetics. If it's not going to hurt you, it's a positive good.
I'm a victim of this.
What did
Duel
that?
Links.
What did
Yeah,
that first?
it's not going to hurt anyone. Who did this first? The whole cosmetic only thing?
Yeah.
Probably Dota. Dota was one of the first people to do that.
Oh wait, no, I was
Dota
thinking
2.
TF2, but TF2 you can buy guns.
You can buy guns that
That's-
make
I mean-
you better.
I mean, it's really easy to get guns.
It
You
is.
can go trade for guns on a trading server, like they're worthless.
Yeah.
But you gotta fucking trade.
Yeah. So,
I did that for a week.
oh my god.
No, I traded something that was worth probably 50 cents for someone that was worth $15.
Oh, wow.
It was like I had like a Skyrim hat, and this guy was like, "Oh, I look through my inventory. Tell me if there's anything you want." So I just took the most valuable thing there. It's like a little robot that flies on your shoulder. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, you have that. It's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh yeah. So we were talking about Destiny and Leon Battle.net.
Yeah.
I've never
Blizzard is the fucking biggest game AAA developer in the world.
They're
It's
doing really well.
it's funny that they're not at E3 because you see we're arguing over whether, or not really arguing, but we were thinking about whether it's EA or Ubisoft or Bethesda that want E3. But when literally it doesn't fucking matter because all of them are minuscule at this point compared to what Blizzard's pulling off.
But Blizzard, the thing is, Blizzard's not really doing anything.
They're just making their games.
They don't really have anything to announce. They're
Yeah.
just doing well.
They're just doing well, but then
like
It's
they
like,
had
hey,
the-
we're doing well.
They had the Diablo
and
3
at this
DLC.
point,
New map in Overwatch by.
it's safe to say they're going to transition pretty strongly into whatever their next title is, whether it be a new Warcraft real-time strategy game. I'd say it's the time for something like that.
It might be
Because
Diablo 4 because they're gonna do their DLC
That's
for
not
Diablo
for
3.
a while.
It's not.
It's gonna. I would expect a real-time strategy game from Blizzard before that, because StarCraft 2 is pretty much dead at this point,
Oh, I
especially
thought
in
they made that.
esports. Talk about something that would be so easy to make an esports
Just make
scene out
StarCraft
of.
3.
Literally,
There you
it'll.
go.
No, just make a new Warcraft game.
What if they made a new
Warcraft
new
is
MMO?
StarCraft, but not sci-fi.
Yeah,
You know,
but-
right, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of fucking differences in the nuances of it, but you know what I mean.
I think they might make a new MMO because they're originally going to do that,
Right?
but
yeah,
they turned into Overwatch.
Yeah.
So they might try again. Like they
Yeah.
thought, well, Warcraft's dying.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, World of Warcraft is dying. So we need a new MMO. And
they might.
they went through that
transition
thought process like, well, this isn't really working as an MMO, but it
World
does
of
work
StarCraft.
as a team-based FPS. Well,
Yeah.
that's what they did. It's like, we can make it an esport, which
Yeah.
was a stupid idea.
It would be cool. I would like a sci-fi MMO from them. That
That'd
would,
be really
World
cool.
of StarCraft.
wouldn't be a bad idea.
Blizzard adopts Star Citizen.
Yeah.
I
So
think
we were
it's-
talking about Destiny 2, right? At Sony's conference. That was something that I was interested in. Let's just kind of go down the list here.
Yeah.
So there's a new Horizon Zero Dawn expansion.
Don't care for
I
that.
don't give a shit.
Don't care for
Horizon-
any Uncharted.
I don't give a shit about the new
Horizon
Uncharted.
Zero Yawn.
I'm really excited about the new Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And I imagine Ennis is as well.
Yeah.
It's like I'm medium excited because it's just the thing about Monster Hunter. It's got a lot of iconic monsters. It's just the monsters I saw. They didn't really look that.
Well, they might be hiding in
and it
the
looks
ones.
like it doesn't look like Monster Hunter. That's not Monster Hunter. That's not Monster Hunter gameplay or combat. Like
Right.
That's
isn't
Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, isn't Monster Hunter gameplay and combat with like individual enemies and stuff?
um,
Or like
there
you
are
just
multiple enemies. Think of it more
it's like a Dark Souls boss.
it's like Dark Souls. Yeah, think of it.
yeah,
more
you
like
don't
Dark
jump on it. You
You
like
can jump on it, but you can't like climb on it.
yeah.
You know, you can what you do in the original Monster Hunter, if you do an aerial attack, sometimes or you like jump off a ledge and do an aerial attack. Sometimes if the monster's like low on stamina, you can't tell. You just have to sort of like keep track of how long it's been. You can mount it, and basically what you have to do is you have to stay mounted and like stab it a bunch of times, and it falls over and you get a bunch of free hits. In this one, what it looks like, you just
Is way
climb
more
it.
Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, you just climb it, which is
And-
what you do in Dragon's Dogma.
Well, Dragon's Dogma is also under Capcom, and
Yeah.
so I think chances
Dragon's-
are some of the Dragon's Dogma team is on this.
The Dragon's
I wouldn't be
Dogma
surprised.
the fights reminded me a little bit of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I actually
and-
don't like the climbing on the people that much. I just think it's kind of just like, why can't you just hit them
Honestly,
Like-
I'm excited either way.
and just focus on dodging them? Yeah, it'll sell
It's
well.
also coming to PC.
Yeah,
And
so
PS4.
that's awesome.
Flying out on the Switch.
and Switch.
No, that one's not on the Switch.
Oh, it's on PC, PS4, Xbox.
Wait,
No,
what?
the Monster Hunter that's coming to the Switch is like a port of an existing Monster Hunter.
Here's
no,
what-
which
it's
I'll
a
wanna-
new one. It's new, but it's
The
like,
thing is, they haven't confirmed they're doing it. They haven't confirmed they're not doing it. They say they have no plans of localizing it right now, which is sort of disappointing.
oh,
Like, why wouldn't
come
they?
on.
It's a Monster Hunter on the Switch.
It'll
It's HD.
sell so well.
HD Monster Hunter. It's like the only reason I don't really like the one right. I like it a lot, but I wish it's just like it's so cool, but it's shitty because it's 240p.
3DS.
It's
So,
it works as a portable game.
Shadow of the Colossus remake. Something I'm interested in.
I'm gonna friggin'
I haven't-
explode. When is? There's no like release date, right?
I don't think so. I think it might have said 2018 or something.
Either way. Wait, what's it coming to?
It's something to look for. PS4.
Just PS4.
Yeah.
God damn it, Sony.
Why the fuck would it go to PC?
Not PC Switch.
Why would it go to the Switch?
I don't know, man. I just
This is
want
a game that originally only came out for the
I know,
PS2.
and then it got remade for the PS3.
Yeah, and not the Wii.
I want it. I want it. I want
Well,
it really bad.
I want to play it, but I don't want PS.
Yeah, I don't want to buy a PS4 just to
I'll
play it.
buy it.
I'll emulate the original.
That's way harder than it sounds.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
The PlayStation.
It doesn't fucking run well on my
It
computer.
does not. It's really hard to run.
Yeah.
Just get a PS2. Play fucking.
No. It's
Still
not.
framing
I
on
don't.
PS2
I don't.
as well.
I never really had a huge urge. To
That's
play
why
Shadow
it's just like,
Colossus.
damn, if they fucking make it 60 FPS or like sometimes a lot 60 FPS, limited version of this game.
I'm just basically. Do you think there's going to be something more they add on?
Maybe a little bit.
Because
Maybe
how
some-
many Colossus were there? There were 16?
16.
What do you do in Shadow of the Colossus?
You
Kinda
kill-
like-
You kill
You kill
bosses.
You kill each of the 16 colossi.
Oh my god! You know how beautiful the game looked while you're just riding your horse around?
Yeah, it'll look
It's
gorgeous.
Fucking
gonna be awesome.
stunning.
Is it gonna be sort of like
Oh
is it
my
Breath of the
God.
Wildy, but only bosses?
No.
It's breathtaking. That's what it is.
It's there's no enemies to kill.
Yeah,
except
but
the
only, that's why I
bosses.
said but only bosses. Breath of the
Yeah.
Wildy, but only bosses.
Oh my God.
No.
I mean, it's sort of. It's not.
You have your horse. There's no unlockables or anything like that.
Yeah, you just.
There's no. The only puzzles in the game are the bosses themselves.
It's like Titan Souls, but it's 3D. There you go.
Titan Souls. Oh.
It's the game that I didn't speak.
The game is only bosses.
Yeah.
Only bosses. You could
It's
pick up
bosses
some
and exploring.
fruit. It's really not exploring. It tells you where to go.
Well, no, to like get like lizards to increase your health.
Lizards don't increase your health.
Yeah, they do.
No.
No, stamina.
Stamina's increased by fruit.
What the fuck do lizards do?
I don't think lizards do anything.
Yeah, they do.
There's just a collectible.
You cut off their tails and you get more health.
Oh, yeah, but it's only some lizards can. That's what it is.
Some with glowing tails.
I don't know. I like that kind of gameplay. So like
I'm really excited.
only bosses, because those are always my favorite. Like
And the bosses are just like full scale puzzles. Like you don't outplay them or anything like that. You
Yeah.
just solve them.
so they're like dungeons.
It's gonna be
No,
really cool.
it's like a puzzle.
It's
Like
gonna
a
be
dungeon.
really cool.
It's just one puzzle. A dungeon's a bunch of puzzles.
Well,
it's-
there
that
are
are
some
related
boss
to
like the
each
cat
other.
like the cat ones are less puzzles, more like actual bosses.
Not really.
The ones that are afraid of fire.
Yeah, that's a puzzle to figure out that it's afraid of fire.
But like I'm thinking like Valis
It
compared
doesn't.
to them because like the whole like climbing up and deciding where to climb and it's like
Yeah, and it's just
significantly
a different kind of puzzle, Jeff.
you're kind of puzzled.
They're all complete puzzle. I really don't consider any of them like. Do you ever think you beat a Shadow of the Colossus boss because of your mechanical skill? No. Like, oh, you were able to kill it a little bit faster because you shot the arrow in the right spot a bunch of times.
I'm so bad at that. Aiming with a controller.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah, I
Breath of the
cannot.
Wild hard.
Yeah.
It makes it kind of tough.
The gyro helps for Breath of the Wild.
Really?
So yeah. So Shadow of the Colossus remake is cool,
I'm
and I'm really happy to see it.
Yeah.
I need to play it at some point.
That's a good
It's
excuse
great.
to play it.
And
Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, I don't care.
I
I
couldn't
don't care. I might buy it. Probably won't.
It
though.
looks
care.
it looks like it's gonna suck.
It'll be $60 for a game that's mediocre. You know.
Mm-hmm.
The
It's
only
gonna-
thing I'll say about it is it looks interesting.
The-
You know what I mean? But it's not gonna be good.
They only all the stuff they showed in the trailer is definitely like looks like it's on rails.
Yeah.
Like, you know those sort of cutscenes.
Yeah, it's like a Battlefield campaign, like Battlefield 3 and on. There's just no fucking gameplay to it or choice or anything. It's just look at this fucking tech demo for 6 hours.
The bell fell down.
Yeah.
That happens in regular gameplay, Whenever you buy a bell, it might fall down and kill you.
It's
Like
gonna
a scripted event.
It looks so good.
This is one thing I realized is since when did people start fucking reacting to games like it's the 1950s and they're watching fucking movies for the first time? Like, ooh, those are 2 trains crashing into each other. That was like during the fucking Elder Scrolls Online trailer where they're like, an ice wall. Oh my god.
Let's
Who the
see
fuck cares about an ice wall?
Let's see that bear again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, that's a really cool idea. Is an ice wall. I'm very compelled to get this game now. There's an ice wall in it. It's like ooh, Harry Potter. Fucking, oh my god, is that a goblin? Wow, that's amazing. Take me to another world. That kind of bullshit.
Why are you bouncing around so much?
That's the people they have.
Because it's so stupid. And it's in so many fucking games that are coming out. It's
Especially
just
Elder Scrolls
in their
Online.
marketing.
It's like one of the first ads they had was like, is that an ice mount?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah. It's
Oh no,
a game.
It's
It's
a
a fantasy game.
fucking fantasy game. Anything is fucking possible.
Those trailers,
That's not what
it's
you should
like-
be impressed by.
Like
You should be impressed by, amount of content or like character complexity or, traditional things. But is that an ice mount?
Does that bear have an arrow sticking out of it?
They better not kill the bear. They didn't. What?
those trailers where it's like people reacting to shit, like the Anthem trailer where it's like, oh sweet, Jura's rap. Like, what?
Yeah.
Doesn't make me want to buy your game.
Yeah, it's so fucking lame. No one's like, yeah, I got it. Like,
Okay,
Here's what they thought.
No,
It's like,
people
well,
do that,
we
but
have-
putting it in your trailer is not a good thing.
We have
No.
these actors. We have these actors paid for another hour, so
Might as well
Might
have
as well
your
just
shitty
use
voice
them.
lines.
nobody plays our game anyway.
yeah.
Do people play Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
actually gotten pretty big.
It's really popular. I don't
With
know.
who? It's just the people who live underground.
It's no longer a subscription fee anymore.
The mole people.
Yeah.
They just play Elder Scrolls Online all day
I have no fucking
because
clue.
they haven't seen the sun.
Yeah.
They don't know what vitamin D feels like.
It's like the best. You have like
Oh,
a
Draugr
step-
Quest.
But
Ooh, they're adding Morrowind.
yeah, like Skyrim VR. Already talked about that.
Skyrim VR
Child.
looks stupid. Star Child is another VR game. At least it's exclusively being made for VR, so it might be okay.
Final Fantasy VR fishing is the best thing to be revealed at E3, and anyone who says otherwise is wrong.
Yeah. Bravo Team, some fucking horrible looking first person shooter. The Inpatient is made by the Until Dawn guys. So I don't know if that was any good, Jeff.
Until Dawn was actually pretty good.
So that might be good as well.
I know nothing about it.
Is that
Bravo-
Until Dawn? Which is that one?
That was the Choices Matter horror story, where like you could kill literally everyone.
Oh yeah.
And the Wendigos.
I
That
mixed
was-
up with Firewatch, and Firewatch looked just a little.
Firewatch was just an interactive narrative. Firewatch was not a game.
Yeah.
What's it called? Looked Until Dawn. You just got to make sure it doesn't have heavy rain syndrome, which is it's bad.
Until Dawn was good.
Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah, let's just skip to Detroit and talk about that for a second. It's gonna be fucking shitty.
Did you hear? I heard the guys talking about it. He's like, yeah, it's really annoying because we have to make it so your actions matter, and each thing changes into something else, and it's a huge web. Like, what's even the
No,
same
this
thing?
is how you do it because you formalize it, right? Because if you actually have these ambitious goals of making a shitload of decisions, so people playing the game feel like they're actually doing something, you have to apply formulas to this. So chances are you get like 4 choices for every single situation. Something pops up, right? Unless if you're really gonna make the small shit, like whether or not you said hi to someone, like matter, right? Which they're not gonna do because that would fucking take forever. And they didn't do that with Beyond Two Souls. They didn't do that with Heavy Rain. I have 0 developer trust for the people behind Detroit. This is the Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls people. So I have 0 fucking trust for them.
Didn't
And
Beyond
it's-
Two Souls like go from one game where it was like it went from one game to a completely
had
different one where like
acts,
you
basically.
became like homeless and like you lost your powers and you were just like sad on the
It
corner.
was just stupid. It was so ambitious and so fucking bad. This one's gonna be awful as well. And here's what it is: you get major decision time. All right, you're gonna get 4 decisions. 2 of them flat out the bat, you're not gonna work. You're gonna die, or they'll lead into something where you die. Okay, and then 2 of them will work. 1 of them will work fine, and you'll go through normal stuff from that point on. 1 of them will be a little bit worse, and you'll branch off into a different path where more of your options are constricted or something like that. So let's say 3 out of your 4 options for the next one will be bad and 1 will be good. So that will be a little bit worse. But if you get the good one, chances are what will just happen is you'll just go back onto the normal path. So that's a real web right there. That's 1 decision here, and then it branches off.
It's like,
2 of them failure. 1 goes into a little different thing. 1 goes on normal, and then it just goes back.
It looks
that's
like
what you're fucking looking
looks
at
like
here.
an
Branching. So that's
like an
actually
onion.
not how that works. Branching narratives are a lot more complex and
No, I'm saying
actually
they can be, but that's
bullshit to work with.
no. That's if they decide them to be that way.
Oh no! If they decide,
But they
to be
don't.
fucking- if
They
just-
don't.
If they're gonna be lazy about it, then they can. Just
And
be
they
lazy about
have
it.
been lazy about
But
it.
if
That's
they're gonna
my
be like
point.
actually put effort into it, you could have 800 different stories.
But they will not do that at all. At all. They won't. You think they'll do that with a full fucking engine, voice actors, animated team?
You know what?
Your
If they
facial,
wanna- if they
facial
wanna-
recognition shit. So you
On
have
the
to
Mass
fucking-
Effect Andromeda system,
Yeah.
they bring that back.
They're not fucking doing that. They're not. I have zero fucking hope for Destiny. I mean, for Detroit. Sorry. It looks like the fucking lamest shit where it's like, let's get these bots and revolt, and it's just dumb and stupid, and it's not fucking good. And even if it does have branching paths, what's compelling about fucking pressing square and then watching people do something? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause there's no
Doesn't even
gameplay
have Will
here.
Smith in it.
It's a...
Doesn't even have Will Smith.
It's, yeah. What fucking robot? Yeah.
iRobot. You know?
Yeah, I know.
iRobot.
You need fucking Will Smith. Alright,
So wait, what's Tail Despero? Is that
Tail
like,
Despero isn't actually called Tail Despero. It's just a fucking
Is it the
VR
mouse?
game with a mouse. Yeah, I
Oh,
just called
okay.
it that because I forgot what it was called.
I thought it was
And
another game.
Tail
from the Tales-
Despero is a fucking book
Oh,
about
okay.
a mouse.
Oh no, I know what you're talking
He's
about.
got the needle sword, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, one really quick thing. I forgot to mention this. Back to Monster Hunter. You guys know it's co-op, right?
Yeah.
No.
It's co-op.
It's co-op.
It's gonna be drop in, drop out.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
Drop in, drop out. I guess. I wish Dragon's Dogma had co-op.
It really is missing from it.
It has pawns, which is not co-op.
No.
It's
Alright.
pawns.
Yeah.
All right. So.
So we want to do Microsoft next?
Well, we're not really done with
I think
Sony yet.
we hit on everything Sony.
No. We absolutely did not.
What?
Okay, for one, Bravo Team. You cut me off. I was talking about Bravo Team. It's a
I think you
VR
just said it was
first-person
bad and
shooter.
you didn't like it, and we moved on.
Yeah, but I wanted to mention that in this trailer, they have 2 moments where they do the fucking cheesy as hell, do the 3, 2, 1, and then it's like engage, and they fucking do the thing. They do that twice in the
No!
fucking trailer.
No, they don't.
They do it. Yes, they do.
Why?
Because they're fucking retarded.
But it's not. You're supposed to do that once.
Okay, they do it the first time, and then while all the action is going on, they do it again. They're like cutting to and from. They cut between some person counting down again. Different moment this time though, and action. So it's another countdown. I was just real like, why do people think that sounds cool at all? Like, oh, 3.
Stay
2.
frosted.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, no one fucking gives a shit.
Watch your 6.
So, anyway, the other stuff that actually needs to be touched on is God of War and Spider-Man.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about God of War.
Nope.
It doesn't look interesting to me at all. I think it's so fucking stupid that they're bringing Kratos back to the Norse thing. Like, I just don't see why it has to be...
Norse? Why is it Norse?
Because it's fucking Vikings and shit now or something like
That
that.
doesn't make any sense. God of War is
Greek.
Is
He's
Greek.
Kratos. Yeah, it's some sort of like they explain it and it's like it's okay for the continuity of it all. But overall, I would say it's fucking stupid. Because this game doesn't need to be a God of War game.
Yeah,
It just doesn't.
don't need to pull a person.
This could be a new and interesting... Remember how new and interesting Rise looked? That was
Yeah.
out of fucking nowhere. It was awful. But
it was.
this game
Was
could be
that
called
Rise?
Rise,
Rise
Son of
Son of Rome.
You mean it's Assassin's Creed or
with like quick time events, and it was bad, but it still looked really interesting. And it was like, you mean you just play as a Roman guy, but in like an interesting sort of way? Like, okay, all right, I'm on board. And this God of War game could just be something else. It have a new character. And the fact that they're willing to just throw in Kratos to this really shows me that they probably don't care.
It's like everyone's like, Dad of War.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
Yeah.
It's like he's a dad? Oh, okay, I get it now.
Guess no.
Great. It's like
no sex minigame anymore.
Wait, I thought he's been a dad since like the first one.
Yeah, I don't know. He's fucked a lot of women.
At least one in every game.
Yeah. And in Son of Sparta. Or Ghost of Sparta.
The PSP one.
The better PSP one. There's two PSP ones. There's
PSP
Chains of
ones.
Olympus and Ghost of Sparta.
Chains of Olympus is not good.
And in Ghost of Sparta, it's good, but it's not as good.
No, Chains of Olympus has in the final area, you play a mini game with your dead kid who's like trying to hug your leg, and the mini game is just like you slowly pushing her off, and then it goes back, and then you do it again, and then it goes back, and then you do it a third time. You just like lightly push her off, and she falls and like disintegrates, and you fight a bunch of ghost things, and it's retarded.
And in Ghost of Sparta, it's like 1 billion women that you have sex with or something like that. There's like 20.
Then you go to the fucking like brothel.
And in God of War 3, you have sex with Aphrodite, which is pretty cool. And you don't watch any of it happen, obviously, but in that one you watch 2 women who are like Aphrodite's sex slaves watch you having sex with Aphrodite, and it's pretty funny.
So retarded.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. But God of War games are good. They're usually gorgeous. This one looks gorgeous. For some reason, it's third person now. Whatever. They have a weird obsession with your axe now instead of the fucking chain swords. It's third person.
It was always third person.
No, it was usually top down more.
What?
When action scenes would go on, it was a bit more top down. God of War.
No.
It was okay.
It's like over the shoulder. It's like
but it was upwards. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean
this one? It's like fucking really behind you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think when top down, it's like it's like this.
No. I just mean it goes
Like a
like
90
up.
degree
Like
angle.
tower defense.
It's like I bet Darksiders 2 will be better than
You
this
just
new
see his head
God
and
of
his
War game.
arms like.
You're walking around like this,
So
slowly weaving.
And then the last one to touch on is Spider-Man,
Yes.
which
Looks cool.
looks pretty good.
Mechanically good. Yeah.
And I've always said, as long as you actually swing and don't just press a button and it swings for you, then it'll be good.
And they're not gonna do that.
I mean, that seems
What?
like a get.
There's no way they'd put that much effort into the fucking swinging.
That's what they did in the old Spider-Man games.
Did they?
Yeah. That's why people don't like the new ones.
Oh, I didn't realize they actually had.
No, people aren't just making up shit. No. And it looks like they have that because he was like going in specific places with his swings.
All right. Well, you know what?
So it looks like you have control of it. It's not fucking hard to do.
I know it's not.
You know those rope things in every single fucking
Yes.
old action game? Yeah,
It's that.
just that.
All right.
Easy.
You know what? Fine.
Yeah. All right, so Sony's was good, and it was better than this next one, which is Microsoft. Microsoft had so many fucking games that I actually don't even want to talk about all of them.
Oh my god.
But
You just not want to touch on the montage thing?
well, the montage thing, what I will say about that
Holy shit, there's so many.
is the montage thing was interesting because the point is they're becoming what they were with Xbox 360, which was the ultimate, like, if you're going to get a console and care about indie games, you have to get an Xbox 360. And that's what they were. And they're becoming that again. And that's what that montage with the shitload of games, that's what it was. It was just a bunch of games that look kind of interesting, little bits of gameplay. These are indie games. Xbox is doing their thing where they're paying indie developers. They're like, make this an XBLA exclusive. It's a really, really smart idea because it made a lot of fucking money for Xbox. Jeez. And yeah, and to get into ones that are more interesting, you got shit like the new Ori game coming out. Shut the fuck up.
Battle Right? Battle Right?
You got Path of Exile though.
Yeah, I know.
So there's new Ori.
Cody and Exiles.
You have no idea how excited I am for the new Ori, even though it might not even come to PC. If it doesn't come to PC, I'm gonna pull my hair out because
Xbox
I
One.
love
Exiles
Ori
is
and
supposed to
Blind
be good.
Forest. so much.
I think I own that game. I'm not sure though.
Conan is an MMO.
What?
Conan is an
No,
MMO.
no, Ori.
Ori is an absolutely incredible experience, and I think it's just very. It's very. Well
I have
made.
so many of those games. I haven't played any of them.
So since there were so many fucking games for the Microsoft one, let's just talk about ones we're interested in.
The DBZ game, but we've already touched
Dragon
on
Ball Z game looks cool. I would say PUBG for consoles is just something I like to see because I like the PUBG guys. Obviously, new Metro is fucking huge for me. I'm very happy to be seeing that. Though I hope it goes in a good direction with it and not like, more down Last Light. Last Light's still good, but it's still just a step away from 2033, which was the fucking shit.
What is Minecraft United?
Yeah, what the
Minecraft,
fuck?
I don't know if it's actually called Minecraft United, but they're trying to unite like servers between Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC all together.
That's fine.
It's not a bad idea, but I don't fucking give a shit about Minecraft anymore. So
what's
we got State of Decay 2, which looks fucking awesome. That's Black Desert Online, so I don't care.
Yeah.
State of Decay 2, fucking bueno. That's a zombie game I like to see.
I'm playing the original.
So the original State of Decay, the point is play as a guy, and when you die, you like switch to a different character that's in your fortress basically, and you just kind of you bunker out in a house. You gotta keep track of food, supplies, recruit new people, decide whether you want that new person to be with you or not.
So it's kind of like this,
and it's just an expansion of it, and I'm happy to see it. It's just it was a solid indie game. This one will be a solid indie game. But that's the problem with Microsoft's conference is exactly that. So many of these games were just like looks like a solid game. 70% of them I don't give a shit about. I'm just not gonna buy because they're not my kind of game, and I don't think I'll ever get around to them. So, and that's not them being bad games, but that's just me. I don't really care. And there were so many here that I think it was just incessant. I mean, I think Microsoft did it. I will say all of the console sellers made way better press conferences than the AAA developers here. You know, Microsoft, I put below Sony and obviously put below Nintendo. But
we're getting to that.
We'll get to that. But Microsoft is significantly higher than EA for me.
Yeah.
And one thing I like about Microsoft is, hey, all their Microsoft exclusives are Microsoft exclusives, not Xbox exclusives. So if you have Windows 10, I just hope they put that shit on Steam and not the fucking Windows Store.
Yeah.
Which is what they did with the new Gears of War.
That means we might actually get the Ori on PC, which that's all I care about.
Probably will.
That's all I care about. I just want to play that game.
You guys know what?
Crackdown 3, that was something I like to see a lot. It's been a while. Crackdown 1 and 2 were solid ideas. They just didn't take off in the right direction. I think if they do it right, it might work. But I think this will also probably suffer from the new Dead Rising games. You know, they just got the mark so hard. I mean, that's a very specific thing, Dead Rising. You know, Dead Rising 1 and 2 were made by a fucking intelligent Japanese game studio based from Capcom. And this one, Dead Rising 3 and on, they shifted to a different group of people, and it fucking sucks dick because of it. It loses all the attention to detail that the Dead Rising games were originally known for, like getting rid of the time-restricted missions, which is a great idea. Not joking.
Okay.
And
I'm so heated about it.
There's a couple of great Crowcat videos about Dead Rising. Dead Rising is a fantastic cult hit at this point, and it's depressing seeing it being led in the wrong direction. So, just something interesting to think about, that the new Crackdown might be like that. But I never played the first two Crackdowns, and I don't think they're cult hits. I always thought it was either you get Crackdown, or you get Archetype. No, that's not what it's called.
Infamous?
No, not Infamous. The M-rated one.
The
M-rated superhero game where you're like the fucking dark monster, and you fucking like disembowel people.
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Is that the one where you're jumping around?
You're jumping around, yeah.
Oh, it's like?
It's not. Archetype is a mobile game.
I know what it is. I think.
Superhero.
Wait, a Prototype?
Prototype. Yeah, there we go.
That game was bad.
I seen
Prototype 1 and 2 were both awful.
I've seen people play it. I was like, this looks.
It's just like Just Cause, but worse.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's less to do. Yeah, so anything that's seen... I'll see if these worth to talk about that. Looks like there might not be that much to it, but it definitely looks a lot more interesting than the new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Or the new Black Bones, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Black Flag.
Well, it's not called Black Flag.
Oh, it's called Skull and Bones.
Yeah. It looks better
But
than that, I'll say.
It's the thing about... Yeah, it looks pretty boring at this point. They might add more stuff.
Yeah.
At this, the whole go and get a treasure chest and leave and fight people. That's pretty... It seems sort of grindy. They couldn't make it...
It's pretty basic.
Yeah. The Darwin Project was extremely cringy.
Oh my god, they had a guy like standing there, hunched over, just being a hype man.
Yeah.
He was like... It was so weird. And you guys know what Tacoma is?
No. Please explain.
You guys know what Gone Home is?
Yeah. Oh, it's the new...
It's that, yeah.
You know what?
It's gonna be pretentious as fuck.
Ashen looked good to me. This was the game that is like Dark Souls, like the co-op of Dark Souls, and it looked pretty cool. It's got a nice art style, really interesting, and it looks like you and another person just play. And I don't know, it looked like something I would really put on my radar. Looks like Rust. Nice. Backwards compatibility with the original Xbox. Showed Anthem, Shadow of War. That's cool, I guess.
If they add more stuff,
Life is Strange 2.
So
the game I am most excited for of all time.
here's the thing about that.
I love Life is Strange.
Here's the thing about that. The reason I don't like the first one for many reasons, but the main one being I don't feel like any of your choices fucking matter except for the last one.
I don't even know how
Basically,
it plays out.
so-
I just know it's fucking Tumblr shit.
It is.
Yeah. Basically,
And like really Tumblr shit. Like
That's Scott Hall.
it wasn't just a game that was made not by Tumblr shit people, and it got Tumblr shit like Undertale, which I still don't like, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
It was genuinely made from people that just come from that fucking crowd.
You know,
The thing about
same
it-
thing with Gone Home. That's like Anita, whatever.
This
her name
is Anita Sarkeesian's.
Yeah.
The thing about Life is Strange, so
We don't need to get into that.
conceptually and like just kind of some of the topics that are covered in it aren't actually that bad. Like they're fine, but the other parts of it, either I can't stand or I can't stand them because they're done so poorly. Especially the choices matter, because Until Dawn did choices matter very well.
Because people die.
Well, people die in that too.
Oh, okay.
People can die in Life is Strange, but like it doesn't matter. Because do you know? I'm going to spoil this. Because
I've seen the clip of one of the girls. She was like, "I'm a badass," and she gets like shot later, and she's like, "Ah!" And it's just awful voice acting.
Yeah.
It's a
No, also,
CS:GO
the
anime.
lip sync is terrible.
It's
the
literally-
art style is cool.
It's literally
I'll give
a
it-
clip of the game, and that's the fucking joke.
Yeah.
It's the game.
I want to see it.
It's so good.
So-
I don't know if I have it in my bookmark thing, but
All right, I'm gonna finish this topic real quick because I don't want to talk about Life is Strange anymore. But like the way the game ends is either you and your I don't even want to call her a lesbian friend because I don't even fucking know anymore. But you and one person drive away from calamity that's like threatening the town because basically the world there's a big fucking storm that's coming and you're the only one that knows about it and no one else fucking believes you. And you have the ability to go back, like, you can transfer yourself back in time to, like, solve issues or whatever the fuck and, like, try and fix shit before everything goes to hell. However, and, like, you can fuck that up. Like, people can die or, like, they'll kill themselves because they're just fucking bullied or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
However, when the game ends, you have two choices. Drive away from the storm with the other main girl who you went, like, the beginning of the game, she gets shot. And that's where you find out that you can transport time. It's either keep her alive and drive away from the storm and let everyone else die, or undo the fact that you saved her and the storm goes away. Nothing matters because either way, the timeline is either fucked or it's reset. None of your choices make a damn difference.
Sounds like.
they like
And it's
Donnie Darko.
Yeah,
Really
Donnie
too
Darko
much.
makes. There's this other movie I saw where.
No, but Donnie Darko does that very well.
It's also a fucking
That
movie.
does-
I'm saying they stole it from. There's another movie
Yeah.
where there's this guy who has nightmares of this storm coming to his town, and basically it just the rain. It's like really fucked up because the rain is like oily and orange, and it's like basically what's gonna happen. It turns everyone crazy. Like he has nightmares where people just come into his house and like kill his family and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then he gets like treatment and it gets better, and that's like the whole movie. And at the end of the movie, they're on vacation, and then they see the storm coming. They see it start raining, the oily rain, and then that's the end of the movie.
I want the next Naughty
It's
Dog
a really cool
game to be, instead of just Last of Us and it's you and a girl, I want it to be you and your fucking whole family, your wife, your 3 kids, maybe your dog too. Okay, I want it to be like that, and then I want them to straight up rip off the ending to The Mist, where the guy kills his whole fucking family because he thinks they're all gonna die. And then he goes out into the mist and he's like, come on, monsters, take me. And then fucking military vehicles show up and they're like, we solved it. It's all good now. And he's like, fuck! And all of his family's dead. I want that to happen.
Have you heard of the, it's called The Road or something? It's
The Road is, yeah, that,
I don't know what, I heard it's really fucked up though.
it's a book by,
It's a movie too.
well, it really?
Yeah, it has
It's-
Aragorn in it.
Oh yeah,
It's
it does.
Aragon. I'm like, oh.
Viggo Mortensen. The Road book is written by, who's it called? The guy that did, fucking, oh my god, how can I not think of this fucking book? Yeah, Cormac McCarthy. He did No Country for Old Men.
I heard it's really, that is really fucked up.
I heard it's good. It's a huge inspiration for, what's it called? The Thing. Not The Thing movie. The Last of Us. The Last of Us. The one other thing I want to talk about is for Microsoft, before we get into Nintendo, which will be the last thing we talk about, the last night, I think this was shown at Microsoft's, looks so fucking awesome.
The last night.
It's, yeah, that's a picture of it right there. It's got this awesome fucking art style.
Looks like Little Nightmares.
Yeah, but then it's got like fucking pixelation, like your guy is pixelated and shit. And it's so fucking cool. Watch this fucking trailer. I don't know how it's going to play. I think it'll be sort of story, but like, look at that fucking GIF. How fucking cool is that?
That's pretty.
It looks so fucking awesome. And it's actually really interesting because it's like a dystopian future or whatever. And the guy was like, I thought it would be really interesting to make a dystopian future where the oppression in it doesn't come from the government or authority, but it comes from the media and internet. So Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn fucking hate this guy. I don't know if Anita Sarkeesian does, but I know Zoe Quinn fucking hates this guy.
Zoe Quinn?
Zoe Quinn was another like Gamergate person, but on the SJW side.
Mm-hmm. Gamer.
It was a bunch of fucking people being retarded to each other.
Yep.
It was a friendly reminder that people who may have my political opinion are also retarded and think doing death threats help your political movement. You know. But I mean, I agree with the idea that you shouldn't censor any games at all. But this shit looks fucking good. And this guy looks fucking good. And I know he doesn't like SJWs or anything. I hope he doesn't like fill this game up with that or anything like that. But the whole idea that, you know, just the world itself seems really interesting. So I think he really does have a really good idea of
When does this come out?
how it's going to be. I have no clue. But honestly, it looks gorgeous. And it looks like something I'd really be up my alley. And it probably tells a really interesting story. So
I asked that because I think I'm gonna get it as soon as it comes out.
I think I will too. It looks fucking awesome. Honestly, it's an indie game that isn't just one that looks like something I'd like. I want to buy it. It's like that looks like something that's fucking groundbreaking.
You know what? It's what it reminds me of. I don't know why. Hyper Light Drifter. I need to finish that.
That game
Yeah.
is very good.
Yeah, shit like that. And it's just got this awesome idea behind it. The whole idea that I just want to see how it plays out, you know? Just the whole thing. Not just gameplay, but just the world and everything. I mean, it just seems so interesting. So.
Oh, it was made in a game jam in 2014.
Wow.
It was like, it looked like frickin', the fuck's it called?
It's
Super
Cyberpunk.
Brothers. It looked like Super Brothers.
Oh.
So now it looks like that, so.
Yeah, now it looks different. So this is going to be fucking awesome. That's going to be really cool. And I can't wait to play it. So let's get into the most important fucking press conference.
Oh my god, I want to talk about everything.
Let's all fucking make an agreement off the bat. Nintendo fucking destroyed.
Nintendo won.
It did pretty
They
well.
did it.
I just like to put it this way. Yeah, Sony probably showed more games, and Xbox definitely did. But there's only one fucking game company who's actually going to sell a shitload of consoles after E3, and that's Nintendo.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I think that it's actually so fucking compelling at this point to fucking... Sorry, so let's just start off from the start, which was Xenoblade 2, which does look pretty fan service.
Yeah, that was just a little disappointing.
I mean, after the Xenoblade on Wii U not being that good, I am, at this point, being pretty skeptical that anything that they add to this series will be good at all.
Well, they have different people working on it. They had different people working
On the Wii U one?
Yeah, that was different.
So this
and
one's
they
the
had a
original
different music
people.
director.
Oh.
They have the music director from the original back on the Xenoblade 2.
Okay, so then that... Alright, so then...
It's gonna
So it'll be good. It'll just be like the new Star Wars movies. You gotta hope it's not too fan servicey.
Yep.
Yeah, it's...
Because all they need to do is just make a game. Just make a game. It doesn't have to be like Xenoblade 1. Just make a fucking game and don't dwell too much on the past.
Yeah,
After that trailer, though...
I need to see some gameplay.
That's what you need to say.
I mean, it's a JRPG. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? They're either fucking amazing and they resonate with you for years, or they're just like, meh. I'm not a fucking weeb.
Yeah, that's a problem with Xenoblade. It's
Yeah.
just I like Xenoblade 1, right? Xenoblade Chronicles 1 isn't even that like. It's not even that like, fan servicey at all.
Yeah.
It just isn't.
No, it's its own fucking thing.
Yeah, it's.
So.
And then they had this one. They're just people like big tits. Here you go.
Here you go.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like, well, that's how you get people who are, just alone. They like big tits. But it could be really good. Really be not really good and not worth getting. Heard Xenoblade Chronicles X was actually not terrible. The only problem I didn't like about it has nothing to do with Xenoblade Chronicles. The only thing that's similar is the combat. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the original Xenoblade Chronicles takes place, it's just the two giants.
The two giants
on an ocean, and that's the universe.
Yeah.
And Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I don't know if it's before, it's probably after.
It's got that thing in the sky.
Yeah, I know if you know what happens at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles, it's like,
Oh, okay.
But in Xenoblade Chronicles X, it's like a planet that they inhabited because they're being chased away by aliens. It has nothing to do. It's nothing. The only similarities is the combat, and there's like the races are the same. I don't know.
So
that's it.
All right, but Xenoblade 2, it's still something to get excited over.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah. Probably.
And
unless it's really bad.
Yeah.
It's like this. Don't buy this game.
Yeah, unless that kind of news comes out. Yeah. Fucking Kirby.
Got a new Kirby game, and it just...
I'm just saying, they're fucking killing it.
Kirby just keeps rolling out amazing
Nintendo
games.
is just... Well, they're releasing them at all the right times.
Yep.
This is during the launch of the console, you know what I mean? Like, remember when Kirby Returned for Dreamland or whatever?
Yeah.
On the Wii came out, like, so fucking late? Like, they're just riding the momentum of a console launch, which is what you're supposed to fucking do if you're a game like Kirby. I don't know, 2017 or 2018.
Yeah, a lot of Nintendo stuff is coming out this year.
Yeah.
That's what's really
because
cool.
they've been working on it for so long.
Because they've been
working
working on it
consoles
for a while.
out. Everyone push your
Did
shit
you hear
out.
what that guy said? It's like, I'm so relieved that you like my console.
Yeah.
I mean, what I think about the Nintendo Switch is really cool. It's like, consoles, where can you go from now? It's like the Nintendo Switch is the next step. Like, that's where you can go.
Yes.
Because consoles right now, it's just...
And Nintendo Switch is
So
only
exciting.
one of the new consoles that really takes advantage of owning a console. Like,
Yeah.
I like to think that I'm not such a fucking PC bandwagoner that I can see individual merits specific to consoles, like local co-op, and
You can do local co-op on PC.
it's not fucking easy.
I do
It's
it
not.
lot.
It's a fucking hassle. You have to move your computer around yeah, in your fucking college dorm you do, Ennis, okay? But at home, there are merits that consoles have that PCs don't have.
Switch is back in stock. Hang on, this is important.
Just do it quietly, Jeff.
Sorry.
Just do it quietly. So there are individual merits to consoles that I don't think are on PCs, really. I would say. I would say local co-op is one of them. That's something that the Switch is really banging home. And also, let's just say you don't have a laptop, but you have a desktop. Well, the Switch is also a fucking portable console.
Yeah.
Which is sick.
Just think about all the games that you used to be stuck at home, like Skyrim. Now you can just fucking play it wherever.
You can play the new Kirby wherever.
Mind-breaking.
You can play the new Metroid Prime wherever. You can play the new Xenoblade wherever. You can play the new fucking Yoshi game forever.
New Zelda, it's like... It looks good. It looks really good.
It looks really good,
like the
too.
new Mario Kart is just amazing.
Yeah.
It looks...
One thing I was doing a lot when I was back during the semester in college was like 3-4 people all had Breath of the Wild and new Switches. And we just went into one room. We had 2 monitors up with speakers. And you would switch in onto the screen whenever you were doing something interesting. Because that's what people would want to see. But if you were just exploring or hanging around, then you would switch off and someone else doing something interesting would switch in. And it was actually amazing. I was like, holy fucking shit. I can't do this with any other console or PC. Like, this idea is actually fucking ridiculous.
And it's like the whole thing with the dock.
Yeah.
It's just,
because
you don't even have to try to put it in. It just goes in.
Cool idea was you can play on the gamepad. So if someone wants to watch TV, you can keep on playing on the gamepad, like if you're a kid, and your sisters want to take over or something like that. Which is a cool idea, but at this point, consoles have been around enough that usually families end up allocating a specific, middle-class families usually end up allocating a specific TV for the video games. That's what happened. By the time Wii U came out, that whole, I can play individually on this, didn't really have an effect on me because I already had my own TV for the video games, and that's something that a lot of other families had as well. So this is actually, the Switch idea is actually a fantastic idea. And yeah, it's such a fucking solid console. Like, it's so fucking solid. Nintendo is becoming what they used to be back when the GameCube was a thing. I hate to fucking say this, but Iwata ran that fucking company into the ground.
Yeah.
He did an awful job. Because if you look at it, it's so easy to be like, ooh, Wii was a big success. It sold so much. Well, software-wise, it was dead. Yeah. By 2008 or 9, everyone was making jokes about the Wii collecting dust in their closet. You really think your next console is going to sell well if that's the fucking situation that your console was your previous console was having in 09 after fucking, what was that, 3 years?
They had pretty good ads for the Wii.
They had pretty good ads to sell the Wii initially. Yeah. It had good ads for it initially. Yeah. But it fucking fell off hard. Really fucking hard.
They didn't make a new console for a while. It took them a while.
And Wii U was a fucking flop.
It was a flop.
But this one, they have their priorities right. They're fucking making a console that's easy to make games for.
It's
so
cheap.
All their fucking studios can make a fast game for this that's good. It's fucking really inexpensive compared to the other consoles.
How much is Xbox One X?
Like $400 probably. I think. I don't know. Let's look it up. And like I said, that's the takeaway from this E3 is that Nintendo is the only thing selling. It's $500.
Jesus Christ. But okay, if you have a PC, why would you get, if you have a gaming PC, there is no reason, if you had to speak on an Xbox One X, then...
No, I'd just buy a 4K monitor. And the in-stock Switch is $300. It's $200 less for an individual standalone console. Never mind the fact that the Xbox One X isn't even a new console, right? It's not like you're getting new exclusive software.
It's a console, you play it on your TV.
Yeah.
That's what you do. But the Switch is so much
so
worth it.
And Nintendo is fucking selling consoles.
They're gonna start taking off, which is good.
They're gonna take off. They're not gonna take over, but they're gonna take off, and they're gonna be like what they were like when the GameCube was out.
I just hope more.
And I think Xbox is gonna fall back to what it was during the Xbox original.
I don't know a whole lot of people who bought the Switch.
I know at this point a good amount of people.
I know you.
I mean,
I know you, Kron, Tristan Sickles, now going to be Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Jacob wants one. Christian wants one.
Christian's not getting one for a while. He decided he'd rather get a graphics card.
Okay, well then Jacob. So that's 5.
That's
all getting a single console.
That's
compare that to Wii U. That's like 5 times the sales.
What about the Wii? like everybody had the fucking Wii.
Yeah, but the Wii was way less expensive.
How much was the Wii?
The Wii was like $225.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It came
That's
with
probably
Wii
why
Sports.
it's sold so well.
Yeah, well, it was a fucking AV console.
Yeah.
There's audio video. It's like 480p max. Or maybe it got up to 720. I really don't know how AV... I don't know how anything works. But...
Wait, is that like three, like the three plugs? Like,
yeah, the red, white,
that's what
yellow.
I had. Yeah, I had a Star Wars game that was like a plug and play.
I had one of those as well.
It had like
Was
a
it-
short, stubby lightsaber.
Yeah, and it
Motion
had
control.
the thing you plugged into your TV was
the training droid?
the training. Yeah, I had the exact same thing.
Jesus Christ, it was kind of fun.
It wasn't bad. I played it a couple times.
To beat it.
I like some plug and play stuff. I have like some like Sega Genesis plug and plays and stuff like that. It's not a bad idea.
I mean, the quality was like you could barely see what things were.
The quality is bad, but I mean it's as good as owning a Genesis as far as I know.
Yeah, I think John.
I mean, not really, because you can own a Genesis and there's a lot more titles to get from than just like whatever.
I also had a putt plug and play. It was a
Putt
mini
putt?
golf.
All right, let's get back to Nintendo.
I broke it because I hit it too many times
Yeah.
at the club.
All right, so then we have Kirby, and then we have Pokemon stuff, right?
Okay, here we go.
Well,
I mean,
it was
they didn't say
Pokken,
much.
and they didn't say
Pokemon
much.
DX, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
They didn't talk about
That
that.
wasn't an
They don't-
E3, but it was Pokemon Direct, which came like a day or two before E3. Which, you know what?
And now the new Pokemon Core RPG.
And now the Pokemon Core RPG, which is coming to the Switch in 2019, which is huge because there's never been a core Pokemon game on a console.
It's gonna be actually HD.
It's going to
and
look
the reason
incredible.
I'm excited for this could actually be a fucking step in the right direction. I mean, I regret buying Sun and Moon fucking hard.
Really?
I
I
know
don't.
you guys like them, but as far as I know, when I fucking started playing that game, I was just like, I'm just fucking playing a Pokemon game again. I don't give a shit. Because when I play a Pokemon game, I'm one of those people that I really want something new when I'm buying it. And Sun and Moon seemed like it was something new. X and Y seemed like it was something new. X and Y was something new. I was very happy with X and Y, and I can understand comparing them to like other Pokemon games. Maybe X and Y isn't the best, but at least when playing through it, I felt like I was playing something new. When I was playing Sun and Moon, it just didn't feel that new.
Yeah.
And the thing is this a console exclusive Pokemon title could really make a lot of people who are like me that like fucking new kinds of Pokemon games could buy it. And you know all the Pokemon fans are gonna buy it.
Yeah.
So
I'm buying it 100%.
yeah.
Yep.
And
So it's a cool move as far as I know. And it gives them a lot of freedom. 2019, that's a lot of fucking time.
It might be I think it might be fall next year. That would make the most sense. Fall next year.
Yeah.
Because 2019 would be pushing it.
Well, that's what they said it would be.
They said it might be more than a year.
Okay.
Well, so fall. They usually release Pokemon games in the fall,
Yeah, they do.
and so it would make sense.
It would make sense. Yeah.
that they'd release it fall next year because then it'd be over 2 years.
Yeah. And then moving on, Metroid Prime 4 is in 2018.
But we didn't see anything of that.
I haven't
right?
played
You didn't
Metroid.
see anything of it, but all you need to know is that they're making a fucking Metroid Prime game. Like, people were asking for it all throughout the Wii U's life cycle, and they never got one. So just getting one now is, like, huge. And it shows what Nintendo's prioritizing. Because they have control over what Retro does, pretty much.
And Rayman. Oh, it's Zelda DLC packs.
Yeah.
No, you just skipped, like, 3 things, dude.
Come on, dude. You
And
skipped
then,
Yoshi.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I mean, we could jump around if you want.
No,
if you have something.
was-
Okay, and then there's Yoshi,
Yeah.
which is just looks fun. Looks like I'll probably get it. There's hardcore fans of the old Yoshi games that have been waiting for a new Yoshi game. This is one, and it's right here, and it looks pretty cool. I trust Nintendo to do a good job with it.
Was Yoshi's
So I'll
Woolly
fucking get it.
World any good?
I heard it was all right,
Yeah.
but
It's like doesn't look bad. I don't know if I'm
it
gonna
just
get it.
looks like something.
Looks like a fine game.
The one for Wii U, right?
No, I'm talking about this one. But Woolly
No, it
World
looks- it
was
looks
for
good. No, this one looks pretty good. Oh, but yeah. No, I mean, I genuinely think all those Wii U titles were just fucking sloppy. I think they were just like, all the devs were like really disheartened by how poor the Wii U's sales were, you know.
I mean, Smash 4 was a pretty good game for this.
Smash 4 was good. I still don't even look at it that high. I think the best title on Wii U was Mario Kart 8.
Oh yeah, you're probably right there.
I mean, Mario Kart 8 is fucking amazing, but still,
There were like
the fact that the
5 games.
only game that I would consider like really like they fucking did a nice job with it was Mario Kart 8. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. So the new Yoshi game, I think devs just are happier now. They're fucking all right. This game is getting sold to people because people fucking bought the Switch a lot. So it fucking made people happier in studios.
And they're doing a lot more multiplayer games.
A lot more multiplayer games. A lot more fucking just like, why wouldn't there be a co-op mode sort of attitude to it, which is awesome. You got fucking Fire Emblem Warriors, which you bet your ass there's going to be some split-screen co-op in that. So Fire Emblem Warriors, all it is a Dynasty Warriors game with Fire Emblem.
It's Hyrule Warriors, but it's Fire Emblem.
And it's going to be good because it's going to be on the Switch and people care about it because people bought the Switch.
And it's got
the same reasoning applied to the other shit.
And it's got the Fire Emblem art style.
Yeah. And the reason you might not have heard about Hyrule Warriors at all is because, well,
who's on the Wii U?
Who the fuck owned a Wii U? So, yeah. No wonder it fell off the face of the earth. What?
Do you own a Wii U?
No.
Jeffrey, do you own a Wii U?
Nope.
I know 2 people that own a Wii U.
Who?
Tristan and Kron. Tristan was not going to be on the spot.
Or Jack. Jack doesn't own a Wii U.
No, Jack does, yeah.
He does?
Jack does, yeah. But I don't count him.
No, he told me that he didn't get a Wii U for a while.
Yeah.
Because he's so used to he plays on the Wii U with his 3DS.
Yeah.
Because
he loves his 3DS.
Because it's just he's so used to playing it. Even though the 3DS is awful to hold.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. So then we got the Zelda DLC packs, which look so fucking good. So they showed off one, and basically the second one's going to be a more story-oriented thing. But the first one that they showed off looks like it's just an add-on to... And it brings in, like, these trails and these fucking, like... These standalone shrines where you start off with nothing. And it just looks like such a fucking nice supplement to that game. And you saw
those, like, the enemies coming up from the balloon.
Yeah, it just looks... It just looks like they're fucking playing around with it now.
Yeah.
Because you know that's what I heard about Breath of the Wild's development cycles. They were fucking working forever on this physics engine. And eventually they were like, fuck, we gotta make a game. So they made this bare bones story behind all of it, you know, formulaic Zelda sort of stuff. And it's fine. Add in some character to it. Just make the game good. You know? The atmosphere, the fucking gameplay, all this stuff that game developers actually, you know, it's actually part of the game, you know? And they fucking made it amazing. And these DLC packs look like they're fucking fantastic supplements to it. And I'm going to buy them. Maybe. And I think anyone who owns Breath of the Wild is going to buy them. And that sounds like a fucking 100% success for a DLC.
Is it worth the season pass? Probably. It's probably cheaper to get the season pass.
Maybe, yeah. So they're fucking killing it. They're absolutely killing it. You throw in, you got the Rabbids game, which we already talked about, and then Super Mario Odyssey, which I think everyone's accepted, looks fucking ridiculous. Like a ridiculous step in a whatever direction. It's another sandbox approach, sort of.
It looks really good.
It looks so fucking good.
I've never played through a whole Mario game. I've played through parts of Odyssey.
And it just looks like fucking awesome.
It just looks fun.
And it's an advancement. You know what I mean? It's fucking... Yeah. So...
All these games...
With all of that, I think it's safe to call this a Nintendo Golden Age.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo, other than Blizzard, are the only major game company pretty much performing flawlessly right now. Yeah. You know, you can say their business model might not be fantastic or they're not good at talking to fans or whatever. They might be out of touch in some ways if they're a little cringy and stuff like that. But I think overall, they're on their fucking A game.
It's just like, you look at it and these games just seem complete.
These whole complete games, you have complete developer trust in them. Not only that, they're being sold on a console that's doing well, and everyone knows it's doing well, which just helps the whole thing. It's just got this such a positive experience, perception of it right now. I mean, and if we look at this list of games, that's less than the amount that was shown at Microsoft, even without the montage. It was a little bit less than the amount that was shown at Sony, maybe. I'm not sure. But I am a billion times more excited about all these. This is one of the only... I am willing to buy every single game or piece of product that was shown. That's unreal.
Yeah. It's...
Most
of these games are coming out within the year.
Within the year or next year.
Yeah.
And that's fucking ridiculous.
What's coming out by 2017? Xenoblade.
Wait, really?
Xenoblade's coming out holiday 2017.
Are you fucking kidding? So let's look this up right now. Xenoblade 2?
Yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
2017. Okay.
They said holiday, yeah.
So, and then let's look at
Kirby.
New Kirby. I think this is 2018. Yeah, this is at 2018. Okay, so that's 2018. Let's look at the Pokemon. That's not worth it. Metroid Prime 4. I'm pretty sure
they said 2018.
Yeah.
No, they just said in development.
Isn't there another 2D Metroid coming too?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's... Well, let's see this. It's not... What's this? Blow for long-term fans. Metroid Prime 4 was the shock switch announcement of E3 2017, but long-term fans may be disappointed by one big revelation. Let's see it. Metroid will not be developed by Retro Studios. Oh. It's being made by a talented new development team. Yeah, I don't care. I'm happy with that.
We've seen that sometimes development teams can sort of lose their touch. Like, what was the whole thing? Mighty Number 9? Wasn't it made by people who originally worked... And Ukulele, too.
Yeah.
Those games both were not...
You know, people leave the company,
really
people
bad.
go everywhere. You know, Retro is not in their prime anymore. And honestly, that's... Yeah. That's... Honestly, that might be bad news in some ways, but it's also good news because it means talented new development team, you know, that's exciting. So, but it's probably 2018 for that. So let's go. The new Yoshi game.
Yeah, Nintendo's just doing new stuff, which is what we need.
Yeah, exactly. And they're doing it in the right ways. You know, they're doing it to things that people want and are willing to pay for. So, okay.
Yoshi Switch. No.
Okay, 2018. So confirmed for 2018. Let's see if it says any part of 2018. It's available for pre-order now. Does it give a release date? This
December 29th.
That's okay. So that's just a default date, probably. I don't think that's actually the release date. If it's December 29th, 2018, maybe it is. Either way, 2018. And then Fire Emblem Warriors, I'm pretty sure that's 2017.
Yeah, that definitely is. They announced that last year, I'm pretty sure. No, they announced that at the Switch.
So that's 20.
What?
That's Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, I want Warriors, dude. Release date set. Okay, so can I get the release date? God damn it. No, do not play a video. Thank you. Okay. The Fire Emblem takes place exactly as you expected to. In fact, the only surprising thing is that it's here to Dynasty Warrior Swordsman. That doesn't make it any less cool. Comes out on February 2nd.
Not 2017.
So not 2017, I guess. So most of these are 2018, actually. The Zelda packs are both 2017.
Yeah, that's the
first
Rayman
one's coming out
in a week or two.
Yeah, I don't know when the Rayman game is coming out.
2018.
Yeah, I don't really care about that, so I'm not going to even look it up. And you know Super Mario Odyssey is coming out this year.
Holiday, yeah.
Yeah, but that's a solid 2 years of just I'm going to buy every single game that comes out. Mm-hmm. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if you include the DLCs, 8, 9 products that I'm probably going to buy between the rest of this year and all of 2018. That is fucking ridiculous.
Will you buy the new Pokemon if it comes out?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Give or take Pokemon.
Here's the thing about Pokemon that I changed my mind about. It's like, I used to think that, they're going to run out of ideas. But now I'm thinking they're actually getting better at making Pokemon. Because Sun and Moon, it's a pretty good Pokemon.
Yeah.
And they
They've been
used
out
to
of
be worse,
ideas
and they've
for
gotten
forever.
better. They've had some rough patches.
They've had rough patches in
Like
every
Gen 5.
generation, though. No, every generation has rough patches. Gen 1 has really bad rough patches.
Well,
Gen 5 has fucking Volcarona face.
Okay, it's got more Gen 1 and Gen 5 in my opinion.
No,
have the
it's
worst
just
Pokemon.
more prominent in Gen 5 because it's a different style. Gen 1 has some really, really bland Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Seal? Ecans?
Do you mean Gen 2 has bland Pokemon too? It's like, oh yeah, this is a ferret.
Yeah. No, it's,
I think Gen
every
1
generation
in
has
my
bland
opinion,
mons.
Gen 1's the worst defender, but it's like their first generation, so they get a pass.
Right.
They've been out of ideas for forever.
They haven't been out of ideas. I do think they're getting better at making Pokemon.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's Gen 5, Gen 6 was good.
It was just
Gen 7 was good. Gen 3 and 4 were good.
It was prominent in Gen 5 because it was a different style. And, like, the way the game was presented was just different. It would look different, like, artistically.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, and that's just, Pokemon looks promising, too.
Yeah.
So that's just
Yes, it
more
does.
adding on to Nintendo's case right now.
Nintendo killed it.
And I think it's good to just put it this way. I haven't felt excited about the outcome of an E3 in a long fucking time. And never mind for Nintendo's case.
Yeah, Nintendo's just gone off.
So, and I am very fucking excited after this E3. I guess they showed Splatoon 2 and ARMS as well, by the way.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But they didn't
ARMS
really
looks
give it
really
any
weird.
time. It just kind of showed up
Yeah.
briefly.
Should I get arms? That's what I'm saying.
So
I have no fucking clue.
don't
But
get it right now.
But
Wait.
that's
Why?
that's
Because they might
insane.
if they add more, then it's definitely worth it. As of right now, I don't think it's.
I
Worth
don't even know if it's fun. I
Yeah.
heard it's fun.
So, exactly.
But
But this is insane, right?
Yeah.
The fact that Nintendo is able to make a group of, and they got a bunch of kids that are going to be a fan of this all, but a group of fucking 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, people our age, people older, all fucking excited from an E3. Are you kidding me? I fucking hate E3.
that's who they're marketing. Like, you can see that's their more or less marketing to
Yeah, that and kids.
young adults.
Young adults and kids, yeah.
Well, because young adults are the kids that they previously sold games to.
Yeah, so it'd be dumb to drop that off.
Yeah.
So, but it's fucking crazy how strong this E3 showing was from Nintendo.
Insane.
It's a fucking clear-cut victory. And not only that, I don't think anyone's won this hard of an E3 in a long fucking time.
Yeah, seriously.
So, that's pretty fucking cool.
They've knocked it out of the park.
It's a great time to be a fucking Nintendo fan. As many times as Microsoft said, it's a great time to be a Microsoft gamer or an Xbox gamer.
It's a great time to own a Switch.
It
seriously.
absolutely is. And Nintendo's press conference said, if you don't own a Switch, you fucking should. Because here's 10, 12 reasons why.
It's people
And
are
they
like,
were
oh, the
all
Switch has
fucking
no
great
games.
reasons. The
like-
Switch has tons of games. It has strong third-party support.
It does.
Eventually.
No, it has there are a ton of games on
Yeah.
like the shop.
Yeah.
I
And
just wish they get on.
it just, like I said, GameCube was weird too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
GameCube wasn't getting all the AAA titles all the time, But GameCube was still strong and got a lot. That's all you need. All you need is
lot of
for
people
this
had
to be as good as GameCube was. Everyone had a GameCube. And everyone bought a Wii because everyone had a GameCube and had a shitload of games for the GameCube. So, that's the thing with the Switch. If it can stay like this, if it doesn't have a software death in 3-4 years, which I don't see it happening, then it's set up. Nintendo's set up for their next console release.
Yeah, like
Microsoft and Sony are not set up for the next console release.
No.
And they're almost there.
yeah,
So that's scary.
Switch.
You know what I mean? I
only-
feel like PS4 and Xbox One, they never even became essential buys. Xbox 360 at a point was fucking essential. You had to own it.
No, do you know why I think they released the Switch when they did? 100% Zelda.
Yeah.
They would have released it, I think, this summer around when
with Mario Kart and Zelda.
Mario Kart,
with
Zelda, ARMS.
But no, Zelda's that fucking hyped up.
Yeah.
That.
It's
so cool that they did that because it just means they had so much fucking confidence in how good Zelda was going to be. They're like, no, it's going to be that good.
It was that.
And that's an important thing to talk about.
Game.
Would you all agree Breath of the Wild best Zelda game since Majora's Mask?
Yeah, it's absolutely
I
incredible.
haven't played Majora's
Clear
Mask.
cut.
I've only played Ocarina of Time, but I like Breath of the Wild more than Ocarina of Time because I have no connection to Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I can understand that. There's always going to be people that are like, oh, Breath of the Wild isn't like a Zelda game. The dungeons in the main story are weak and stuff like that. But, I mean, fucking just the atmosphere. I mean, it's...
Plays Zelda for the story.
Yeah, for the story, yeah. I mean, they just mean the dungeons themselves. The dungeons themselves aren't amazing, but there are 110 shrines of fucking fun shit. And exploring is ridiculous, and there's so much to it. I haven't felt this way playing a Zelda game since Majora's Mask. It's easily better than Wind Waker. It's easily better than Twilight Princess. It's fucking actually something new and interesting from Zelda. I'm glad there's people that fucking hate this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's solidified that Nintendo's in a golden age.
Yeah.
Right? And Nintendo's fucking, for these next 2 years, Nintendo's going to be on top of the fucking world. Yeah. Everyone's going to buy all their games.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's going to take a little bit for people to...
It's going to...
get the Switches because they're not in stock.
They're going to be more in stock.
Did you get yours?
I'm waiting because it's the bundle where it just comes with the game.
Oh, okay.
And I'd rather just do the Toys R Us one, which is like the same price, but like you get a lot more shit.
Oh, okay.
What, the one I got?
Yeah.
1-2 Switch. I played that once me and Daniel played that for 3 hours and I haven't touched it since.
But yeah, this bundle is like, it's the Switch, it's the controller, and then it's Breath of the Wild.
So
that's not worth $450.
Yeah. But it's the best.
Yeah.
This is the best Nintendo's been since GameCube era.
It's insane.
And this is the best Zelda's been since fucking Majora's Mask, Nintendo 64 era. And Mario Odyssey looks fucking unreal.
Yeah.
And it's all this just adding up. And the fact that on top of all that, you got a fucking Metroid Prime game. You have a new Xenoblade title.
Pokemon.
You have fucking Kirby. You have Yoshi. You have all this shit just coming out. And it looks fucking solid as hell. Really, really fucking solid.
Yeah.
And it just, above all else, it looks like unmissable. You just shouldn't miss it. So,
I honestly don't know why Capcom isn't making Monster Hunter.
It
doesn't make any. Maybe they're just too busy worried about the worlds.
They had to be
world,
MVCI.
but it's just localizing a game.
Yeah.
Just translate.
All right. So that's
Yeah.
We did it again.
So this is the E3 podcast, and I think that's a good note to end it on. Is that just
E3 special?
Yeah.